to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics and online at bariorthopedics.com.
Find out more at bariorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hi, I'm Ashley Chetton, Executive Director of V for Victory. Thanks to the players for supporting our mission to provide essential services like food, auto, and home support for families battling cancer. It's 39 days until the players.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Googans, go time on a Friday morning. You 6 o'clockers got a nice little morning out there. Early 60s. Low 60s. Early 60s. I'm talking about my man Hick's age. Yeah, it's a good day to get started and have a good Friday. Let's get into the weekend. One more week to go until we get to the Super Bowl. Jags news is percolating this morning as Liam Cohen has found his defensive coordinator. He comes from the Green Bay Packers. Man, it's so hard to grade. You really got to trust your coach, right, in the relationship and what he sees. It's hard to grade the success of assistants in other places. You know, how much of it is the boss, ahead of them? I guess all you can do is, or at least what I do, I guess it's not all you can do, but I guess one thing you do is you look at the group that the specific coach was over and how have they performed. And that might be harder when you're talking about lines of scrimmage. But when it comes to skill positions or units, it's at least something to go on. So if you haven't heard yet, it's Packers linebackers coach and running game coordinator Anthony Campanile, who is the new defensive coordinator. Cohen, in a statement, says he's exactly what he wants his defense to be: aggressive mindset, adaptable system. Players will play fast and physical. All the things that we said would be the buzzwords when a DC was named. Campanile is coming off his one season in Green Bay where the Packers allowed less than 100 rushing yards a game. That was 7th in the NFL. I'm going to revisit the unit that this dude takes over, at least statistically. It's not a pretty picture. Before the Packers, he was 4 years with the Miami Dolphins as their linebackers coach. I'd say his two biggest pieces to work with are going to be those rush ends, right? Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker. Arrow pointing up on Walker and Hines Allen, is certainly established as a way above average player. Last year, though, the Jags, 31st in yards per game, total defense, 390 a game. Opponents averaged 6 yards a play against our defense last year. That was also second to last. Where do we go on draft? How do we rebuild this defense? How will the pieces of this defense be evaluated by this new coach and this new system? Nervous is a relative term considering contract situations. But, man, if I play on this defense and my last name isn't Hines, Allen, or Walker, I'm nervous until the roster's set. I can't find a whole lot of redeemable pieces on that defense as I look at it. Is it all scheme? Were they completely schemed out of any chance at success? It was an ugly, bumpy road for this defense last year, and really that goes back 2 years. Don't forget the entire defensive staff was dismissed after the 2023 collapse. It seems inevitable the Jags will use that number 5 pick on a defensive player. Much as I like Travis Hunter, if it is going to be Mason Graham, boy, if he is a difference maker on the interior, that could do an awful lot to the defense. We saw a little bit out of Mason Smith late, don't you think, E?
Yes, sir.
Well, he only had 2 or 3 sacks, but he got them all late, and he got more playing time. This is a guy who was coming off an injury at LSU, remember? perhaps a year of development, we can see a big uptick. But, man, we've made our entire existence here in Jacksonville on hoping for these mysterious upticks from guys who are okay but not great. You feel me? Like we got a long legacy here of young guys that in year 1 or 2 we think could have a high ceiling, and it just never comes. We're waiting on that with Tyson Campbell. There's nothing looks like a perennial all-star now, something we may have thought early. Devon Hamilton had a really high ceiling, was going to be a wrecker in the middle, never developed.
Andre Cisco. Down the line, man. One after the other. Devin Lloyd. Splash, make a play here or there, but it doesn't develop. Not like a first-round talent should be. You need to get, Roquan Smith there or Patrick Queen or, you're going to get a first-round linebacker. I need a guy who's down in Orlando playing Frisbee today, i.e. the Pro Bowl. That number 5 overall pick, if it is Mason Graham from Michigan, gosh, let's hope he's a disruptor. If you get really strong in the middle and pair those with those ends, there is Armstead. Hopefully move back to the middle where he wants to go. Maybe he can find some of that form he had in San Francisco because he was an abject disaster a year ago. He's going to get a get out of jail free card with this whole system controversy, isn't he, E? Yes, sir.
Oh, this whole position or out of position narrative is going to get him a get out of jail free card. We'll see. If you are an alpha dog, E, and they do something so small as bump you from inside to outside, are you going to disappear?
You should vanish. No.
You shouldn't vanish, man. I get it if maybe you didn't live up to expectations. Boss, you played, below Roy Robertson Harris levels. So we'll see. Meanwhile, the coach was, running the pep rally last night down at the stadium, trying to get Jags fans fired up for this new era. There's only certain times. I will say one thing about Shad Khan's remarks when he introduced Cohen. Don't look at this as a time of setback. No, it's a time for progress and optimism. Whether or not it is true, and gosh, let's hope they're right, nobody involved with the football team thinks they're a 4-win team, which means your climb back to contention is shorter than it would be for an abject disaster with no quarterback and lots of other questions. Pieces in place here, and now there's a defensive coordinator. It's the former Packers linebackers coach, running game coordinator, did a good job stopping the run there in Green Bay, and goodness knows the Jaguars are going to need a ton of help. And you look at just about any defensive stat that matters, E. Total defense, 31. Only Carolina was worse. Rush defense, little better, 32, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 25th. But again, 132 yards a game. Just to wit, the best teams against the run this year, well, let's just look at the Super Bowl teams. Chiefs gave up 101, and the Eagles gave up 104. By the way, let me throw in a little correlation stat here. As these two teams get set to meet in the Super Bowl a week from now, the story of the Eagles has most definitely been what? Saquon Barkley is ultra production. Yes, I saw this little note, kind of surprised me and made me go, Not quite Shazam, but I'll give you a bonus Shazam. Thanks to my good friends down there at the Murray Ford Superstores. Chiefs giving up 101 a game on the ground. They have not allowed a 100-yard rusher, E.T., since the season opener against Baltimore when Lamar did it, i.e., not a single running back on the Chiefs' schedule this year went for 100. That includes Derrick Henry. Huh? That surprised you a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all talking about the refs and Mahomes and Magic. Yeah, a little something called trench warfare in football that still matters. Wow. Just an added layer of challenge. A heat check for Saquon Barkley. For sure. But back to our paltry defense of a year ago, and, buddy, it was terrible. Scoring defense, same ugly story, 25.6 a game. That was tied for fourth worst. And by the way, those are just the main stats. Total, passing, rushing, scoring. all down in the dregs. And, we haven't gotten to the other stats that matter. How are we doing sacks this year? No bueno. 34. Ooh, I would have had the wheel bet, E. Didn't even make it to 35. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in the NFL were worse than the Jags at getting to the quarterback. Only 4. 3 of them, Carolina, Tennessee, and New England, be picking high come April. Seems like that's a pretty relative stat. How about the turnover battle? How are we doing that, E?
We're at the same place there, too.
I mean, this is the challenge for a new defensive coordinator. And I just got to say, I just don't know how you got very many good players if this is where you are in all these stats. Jags minus 15 in turnovers. That also was 4th worst. When it comes to takeaways, guess who was DAL in the league?
Oh, man, our Jacksonville Jaguars?
The Jaguars were dead last in taking the football away. So, to rewind the challenge ahead for the new defensive coordinator, he takes over a defense that was second to the last in the league in total defense, 4th from the bottom in scoring defense, 3rd from the bottom in sacks, 2nd from the bottom in pass defense, worst in the NFL in takeaways. You want to know the number? Just for the record, by the way, the leader this year, the 2 leaders in takeaways in the NFL this year, Minnesota had 33, Pittsburgh had 33, Buffalo had 32, Green Bay had 31, 29 for the Texans, 26 for the Eagles. Gave you a lot of playoff teams there. Minnesota, Buffalo, Green Bay, Houston, Philly. There's 6 of your top 7 in takeaways. All those guys had basically 30. How many do you think the Jags had, E?
Say again?
The leaders in takeaways last year, the Vikings, 33. Okay. Steelers, 33. Bills, 32. Packers, 31. Like wait, the Jags were dead last. How many do you think they had?
12.
9 takeaways. One every 2 games. The leaders, more than 2 a game.
Yeah.
The Jaguars, 1 every 2 games. And didn't we have one game where we won the turnover battle like 4-0?
And still lost?
Didn't we?
I feel like we did.
Was it the Vikings game, was it? Didn't we have a game? We had a game like in back-to-back weeks where we hit these statistical standards of like time of possession or turnover margin or total yards where we just had this unbelievable advantage that still somehow lost the game. But to have a game where you like win the turn, didn't we like maybe the first team to win the turnover battle 3-0 and time? I don't know what they throw the numbers into the analytics machine after every game and they spit out some doozies. Maybe it was the Vikings game. Stand by. Let's quick check here as we move along and get this Friday started. It's a GFL Friday brought to you by Green for Life. Look for those bright green trucks in cans I hear. Let's see, the Minnesota game. Let's check it out. Just a real quick like here. God, man, we were not good. Let's see, the box score. 3 interceptions for Darnold. No lost fumbles. Yeah, and the Jags, no, Mac Jones had 2 picks. That wasn't that game. Maybe it was the game where you forced X. I don't know. I was almost positive we had a game where, we won the turnover battle that day like 3-0 or 4-0. And even with that, we're minus forever. And with only 9 takeaways, dead last in the National Football League. Oof. Let's talk to Captain Kevin Favor. Let's digest more of the sports world. Got lots of football. Got Jags news. Continue to tell you more about the direction this defense needs to go. Eyes on the Senior Bowl where the talent has tried to impress this week. There have been names that have stood out. They're those sweet spot guys between rounds 3 and 5 that are flashing. Let's find the right ones. Let's do what the Rams and Steelers and other teams have been able to do. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is our house. Yes, sir. Our house. Let's get it rock and rolling. Our house. Hey, this is our house. This is where we live.
1010XL. home of the Jaguars.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalade.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Happy New Year from Big Chief Tire. Frank Franzi here. Start 2025 off right by keeping your car running smoothly. Whether you're traveling for work or heading out on a weekend getaway, their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle is in top shape. Visit WeKeepJacksRolling.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule maintenance, repairs, or tire service. With Big Chief Tire's trusted care, you'll tackle every journey ahead with peace of mind. Start the year strong. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Yo, each of the T here from my bookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name. Where the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event. If you're not on my bookie, you're missing out on all the action. Big game betting with my bookie goes beyond picking the winner. We've got all the wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color will the Gatorade be for the drenching of the winning coach? Even the length of the national anthem and the spectacle of the halftime show are up for grabs. My bookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes my bookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get paid. Whether you deposit in crypto or credit, bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on the big game boost parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can turn small bets into big wins. Fast signups, lightning fast payouts, Make sure you sign up using my promo code 1010XL to get that deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, let's hang up the sign. Gone fishing. Finally a nice morning out there today. At least temperature-wise. Good morning, Kev. How you doing? All right, here, hold on. We were doing some little technical snafu. How are we doing this morning, my man?
We're doing good.
Good. Awesome.
We're doing good. No, I was just saying what a difference a week makes.
Right.
And, this time last year I was sending you pictures of snow at my property in Georgia, and the weather this week is just. I actually fished offshore on Wednesday, and it was beautiful.
Now, did you get into that the part of the Wahoo fever, or what'd you get? What'd you go for?
No. I honestly, I haven't run my boat in about 6 weeks.
Okay.
And so I told my guys that we're just going to stay, close, because the worst thing in the world for a boat is for it to sit up.
Mm-hmm.
But everything ran great, and we caught a bunch of sea bass, we caught a bunch of snapper, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the bend rods, and it was fun. The ocean was absolutely alive, Jeff. It really surprised me that the water temperature was 54, which is cold. But there was a ton of bait. There was pogies everywhere. The pelicans were diving. The porpoises were feeding. It was really spectacular. And then everything else, the wahoo fishing this week. My buddy Ricky Kapoor on Monday caught a 96.1. That's just a giant.
Mm-hmm.
96-pound wahoo. That's but there were several fish over 90 pounds caught this week. So the guys were able to make it out there. They did say that once they got out there that it was, west wind is beautiful out to about 10, 12 miles, but they said that once you got out past 40 miles, it got kind of snotty. So not for me, I've fished enough of those days in my life that they can have those rough days, bro. I'm kind of over that. But the inshore fishing, obviously, we talked about this last Friday, that, you take water temperatures that are literally, last week it was in the high 40s, and this week it jumped all the way up to 60 degrees. Those fish are going to feed, bro. They've been in hibernation, and they've been, down in the mud and trying to stay alive, trying to stay warm, and then once they warm up, they're like, damn, I'm hungry. And I didn't fish inshore this week, but Leon and Captain Chip and Captain Kirk and those guys did. And they said the fishing was just fantastic. It's not going to change. The weather, I don't know if you looked at it. It's
going to be nice, isn't it?
Yeah, for the next 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
When we are as cold as we are, and then we bounce back into 70, I think there's a tendency for a lot of people to say, "Okay, winter's over," but be careful. February can give you a little cold snap as well. But to your point, for the next 4 or 5 days, time to get out and enjoy life again.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, we just what you said. I mean, I've seen some terrible fronts come through in March. So yeah, I don't. But looking at the 15-day forecast, looks like it's just going to be absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's I mean, what else you got to do this weekend? No football. What, got a couple of basketball games maybe in the evenings.
What's the surf temperature?
Oh, it's 54, and there's whiting all in the surf.
Yeah.
So just keep it simple. I mean, you could just go down there with some squid or fish bites or something like that, and go down there and catch dinner and enjoy your morning.
Call it a day.
Yeah, call it a day. Exactly.
All right. Outdoor show tomorrow?
Outdoor show tomorrow. We'll all be there. It's going to be fun.
All right, my brother. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. Have a great weekend.
All right,
Bye-bye.
there he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor. Best in the business. Bending rods. Ooh, he says that surf fishing looks good.
It might be about that time for us, boy.
I told E I'm going to take him out there next time I go. Better be on standby. We roll first light. Gosh, we're such a mess. There's so much to fix when it comes to the Jaguars, right? It's hard. Here's another thing, too, when it comes time to make your determinations. Like, we'll stick with the defense for a second. I'll move over to the offense, but we're talking about all those defensive deficiencies. I mean, how do you gauge who's any good when you don't stop anyone and when you're a 4-win team? You know what I mean? Like, how do you determine, arrow pointed up, if everyone's bad? And I'm sure there are individual pieces in there. I'm just saying, we watched all year. Who made you say, wow, all year? I mean, and I'm not going to take away from production that did come. Gosh, it feels like half of our 34 sacks were just a result of just kind of plodding and finally getting there. We're not making splash, head hunting, take the ball away plays. Documented that. Bottom of the league sacks, bottom of the league takeaways. So, and I mean, that's part of the challenge for the new defensive coordinator. And part of the challenge is, and for Liam Cohen and for whoever the next GM is, that's a challenge. How do you figure out who's worth it? Who's worth anything? Who's worth another year of waiting? And how about just needs to be, we need to find new dogs, man. Take these boys to the pound. See if some may rescue them. We need some new ones. Before I read this column, I've thought more strongly about something, E. Like, if you could have any one free agent that is out there, who would you take?
Right now?
Yeah. And I don't have the list in front of me, and I apologize. I know we've dropped some names in. There certainly are some decent players out there. T. Higgins is a receiver who is at the top of most of the free agent charts. But you got DJ Reed, you got Javon Holland, you got Trey Smith, you got there were 10 that the names at least register.
I like DJ Reed.
DJ Reed, yeah, that's one.
The corner.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking to him. That's we've got no problem. If you could only take one, that's who it would be. Boy, I've completely changed my mind. And I know we got salary and contract issues. Oh, well. Got to get right at some point. Don't just stay sick because you don't have any medicine.
You going to go get T. Higgins?
I'm going to go get Trey Smith.
Okay.
And I'm going to put that 25-year-old road grader in the middle of my offensive line. And then I'm going to use like a 3rd or 4th round pick and find the right interior offensive lineman from, let's just go North Dakota State. That's what I'm doing. And we can either have a battle or we can make a decision, whether it's Mitch Morse or oh gosh, who's the other dude that
Sheriff?
Cleveland.
Oh, Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra Cleveland. Sheriff, whoever. I'm tired of they're just okay. They're not okay. We're terrible. So I want Trey Smith, and I'm going to give him a big contract, make him the highest paid guard, and put him in the middle of my line for the next few years. See if that doesn't help. And I'm drafting a big mauling, and I'm drafting the right one. And I'm hoping that, and then I'm going to keep the best of what I got left. And I don't care how old you are, what your salary is. We're getting better across the board. Better starter, better backup. Every spot. So I think that's what I would do. CBS has a column this morning. One free agent each team should prioritize signing in the offseason. Let's see where they go with the Jaguars. Here are some of the free agents. I'll just mention these as we scroll our way down to the Jaguars. It'll give you an idea of some of those names were when I have a list pulled up. Josh Sweat, the pass rusher from Philly. He is a free agent. Chase Young still bouncing around. I don't know what the market is there. Spent last year with New Orleans. They've got Brandon Sheriff landing with the Ravens. So we'll see. We'll see if the Jags elect to move on. I thought Sheriff was under contract for that. I didn't realize he was straight up free agent. Shame on me. Charvarius Ward, there's another corner. Have him going to the Bills. Let's go down and DJ Reed, your guy. They got the Bengals taken. Cam Robinson, our old buddy, goes to the Browns. Wow, these are your one suggested, demanded signing. This is not an awesome list, is it? Here's an interior defensive lineman, B.J. Hill from Cincinnati. I don't know how pricey he is. Could he help here? Still no. Let's go to the Jags. Asante Samuel Jr. It'd be an upgrade at corner. It depends on what you're going to do on draft day. I mean, if you aren't going to get the corner there at pick 5, and by all accounts, that would have to be Travis Hunter, and indeed it is the interior defensive lineman from the Ravens, you're going to have to address that position in free agency. One thing's for sure, our corners aren't any good. Stink's a word I would use. Jarian Jones made some plays, but he's also a rookie and had some very, very, very obvious, huge breakdowns last year as well. Monteric Brown's just another one of these guys that I talked about earlier. You keep waiting for them to be something extra, and instead they're just serviceable, right? And that's a part of what I'm talking about when you're identifying such a bad team. We get so excited if a guy makes a play. Am I right?
We definitely do.
Never mind a guy makes three and an interception in a game, but buddy, we break up a pass. We're ready to put a guy on the wall. Asante Samuel, by the way, you may remember. Do you know what distinction Asante Samuel holds?
What's that?
Against the Jags? Picked off Trevor 3 times in that playoff game. Remember, it was Samuel that was getting those picks.
Oh, right.
Just 4 games last year because of a shoulder injury, but by all accounts, folks expect Asante Samuel Jr. to cash in. Now, that's also an expensive position, so we'll see how the Jags choose to spend their money as well. All right, big pep rally last night. We had our man on the scene. I'll get some of the details from that when we come back. Also offer up a football fix. Jags have a defensive coordinator reset that storyline as well. We're all set up for a GFL Friday. Includes the quarterback whisperer, so we'll talk quarterbacks and offensive philosophy and more with Denny Thompson a little bit later this morning. So glad you're up and at 'em with us. We're on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Your home for Florida Gators basketball is 1010XL.
The Gators bring their 3-game win streak to Rocky Top. 5th-ranked Florida and number 8 Tennessee. Saturday at noon on 1010 AM.
Instead of wasting money on resolutions you won't keep, why not invest in something that lasts? Like fixing that dripping faucet, clearing that clogged drain, or finally tuning up your AC. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. We'll help you keep your home in shape this year. It's the one resolution you won't regret breaking. Call 904-862-6769 to schedule service today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interests first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this
Friday night as they battle the Savannah Ghost Pirates in a big South Division clash in downtown Jax. Friday is Retro Night as we rewinded back to the 1990s with theme music, promotions, and videos. So wear your 90s attire. Game time is set for 7 at Five Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets available on Ticketmaster or by calling 904-602-HUCK. Iceman Hockey is hashtag Frozen Frenzy.
Thinning or balding hair? Introducing Scalp Micropigmentation now at IHRS. SMP is a procedure for men and women, looks like your own growing hair, and corrects thinning areas. SMP is perfect for men and women who shave their head and want a full head of hair look. Call IHRS now, 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com today.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience comes to the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts Wednesday, February 5th as part of the FSCJ Artist Series. For a chance to win tickets, text ELO to the text line covered by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, it's kind of cooling down right now. I love opening my windows up this time of year. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I want you to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Ask about their latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows and doors, rated #1 by Consumer Reports in all 3 main window categories. You want quality, style, and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. That's Pella Windows and Doors online at PellaJacks.com.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back on Friday morning. It's GFL Friday. It's a beautiful morning out there. We have a nice little blast of weather. Let's get out and play some golf, catch some fish, have some fun. Pickleball, maybe, some of y'all. Oh, Miss P gonna get me on that pickleball court, I bet, huh? I feel like that pickleball weather. Oh, boy. We'll see how that goes. The river run training's a disaster.
Oh.
It's just a disaster, dude. Heart is willing. Body's just not cooperating.
They ain't going.
We'll see. I ain't scared. There's a narrative out there that I don't think is accurate. And I think we probably played into it from time to time when we get so desperate for anything that if a former Jag so much as, makes a play somewhere, it's instant regret and remorse.
I remember Colin Johnson.
That's one.
He scored one touchdown, and then we went crazy.
Josh Oliver had a game for Baltimore, and oh my God, look how dumb we were. It's just the list, the laundry list is long. But I think there's this narrative of not only do we miss, but we have guys and we let them go, and they go off to be good players other places. And then I started thinking, no, we don't. We don't. Quincy Williams had a good year for the Jets 2 seasons ago. In fairness, he was hurt his whole time here. I guess probably hard to evaluate him. Did they give up too soon on him? Yeah, sure. Would he have been an all-pro here? No. Who else? Alan Lazard? Alan Lazard's not as good as Marvin Jones or Zay Jones or Christian Kirk or anybody the receivers we have now. That didn't set the franchise back in any way. It wasn't even a draft pick. At the time, was he misevaluated? Sure he was. Yeah. We've gotten guys that other teams have fallen short in their evaluation of too. That happens. He suggested Dante Fowler Jr. He's had a couple double-digit sack years since he left here, but yeah, I can't say that he was misevaluated in any way. He's a crazy man. He's gone on to 4 or 5 teams in the 6 years since he left here. Yeah, he flashes potential here and there, but a lot of knucklehead. So, really, you're left with through all of this and your deciphering of your roster and its value, by my count, I could be missing one. You've let one Pro Bowl season get away? Quincy Williams? Oh yeah, no, let's don't kid ourselves we've even had good guys and let them go. We've just missed across the board. Granted, a couple little exceptions. Somebody saying Darryl Smith. Darryl Smith played here for 100 years. He didn't go anywhere. He finished in Baltimore. Darryl Smith's a Jag, man. That's not an example of letting someone go and he flourished. Darryl Smith's best football is played here. There aren't many. That's the point. And Darryl Smith, by the way, goes way, way back.
Brandon Marshall, maybe?
Yeah. That's another one. He's probably a better example than Williams. And again, Brandon Marshall is probably 15, 20 years ago. Brandon Marshall was, in fairness, he's on the Peyton Super Bowl team, right? Well, so 10, 15 years ago, Brandon Marshall. That was a miss. They gave up on him too soon. You guys are giving me the wrong guys. Darius Williams, no. That's letting a guy go in free agency, a veteran who's been successful here and is going to be successful other places. That was a bad roster move, but that's not this particular narrative. At least I interpret it more as having young guys, drafting them, and then they go on to be good players somewhere else. And that really hasn't happened. It really hasn't happened. And this is not to be argumentative. It's just to point out, I understand the failure here. Massive failure. And what has to be turned around. I should have trusted myself. I'm the trained professional. Brandon Sheriff is not a free agent. It would take a salary cap, cut before, one of those June 1st deals for him to land somewhere else. So, yeah, he is under contract for another year. E.T., you were at the soiree at the stadium last night?
I was.
What was the vibe? What was the crowd like? What was your impression of how the program went?
Well, first and foremost, Jags fans are just amazing because there was a lot of people out there. Just people are excited. Liam has brought a different type of electricity, a different type of energy, and it definitely helps that the big fella has so much to do with it.
Baselli.
Yes, it has. You could tell, he's in a place where he wants to be. He loves football. He loves the Jags, and he wants to see the program do well, and you can really tell and feel that from him.
Sure. Any further indication on roles, any news-making comments, anything that Cohen or someone else said that sounded any different from what we've heard already, or is it just kind of a continuation of the welcome to town? It's kind of the same
continuation of what he's been saying, but he's saying all the right things, man.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll translate to the field because that's what we want. We want to see the product on the field.
Now, the most important question, did he Did he get the Duval right?
That's what we were waiting on.
Sure.
And I wish he would have kind of done it by himself, but, everybody did it together.
Yeah, okay. It was kind of like the one that we played that he had done with the staff.
Yeah, it's kind of like the one with the staff.
Which was, I learned after his press conference, not before. So, yeah, live and learn. That one will have a burst, right? It was hot viral, but it's not going to be long viral. We'll move on pretty quick from that one. The Jaguars do hire a defensive coordinator yesterday. He's linebackers coach, running game coordinator Anthony Campanile from the Green Bay Packers. Man, I'll give Shad credit. He's going out there on a limb from this standpoint. You're hiring a head coach whose top experience in the NFL was the one-year offensive coordinator ship at Tampa. He did spend 1 year as a coordinator in Los Angeles as well. And now your defensive
bless you, friend.
Thank you, sir. I used to have a sneeze button. I don't have one anymore. So you get a coach who's never been a head coach. He's really only been an offensive coordinator for a minute, and now you've hired for your defensive coordinator a guy who's never been a defensive coordinator. So going out on a limb there, the Packers only gave up 99 yards a game this year on the ground. That was 7th in the NFL. The Jags, by contrast, I told you earlier, about 135. The Jags defense across the board, totally the pits. Totally. All right, I'm going to get some more NFL news in just a second, but I was watching Pebble Beach yesterday, and Shane Lowry made a hole-in-one. And what was interesting about it is not that a PGA Tour golfer has made a hole-in-one, but then they reviewed and they reflected on his career aces on tour. And it's not that Lowry gets hole-in-ones. He gets them on these iconic courses and holes. So he did it yesterday at number 7 at Pebble. And it's
that's the hole over there?
It's a little shorty, right? It's the most well-known par 3. 17 there is a long par 3, and it's produced some magical shots in history. Tom Watson once chipped in there to win a U.S. Open. But 7 is just a little par 3 at Pebble. The green is like out over the ocean. You hit downhill. I mean, you literally it's like a little 100-yard shot. So yesterday, there's always a lot of wind, so it's a tough 100-yard shot, but it's just a little flip wedge. So yesterday, Lowry gets a hole-in-one. And then you remember that, he did. Shane Lowry also had a hole-in-one at number 17 here at the Players. And then you're like, and then Shane Lowry also had a hole-in-one on number 16 at Augusta. So the last 3 holes-in-one for Shane Lowry, he's got number 7 at Pebble, 17 at TBC, and number 16 at Augusta. And in case you're wondering, 16 is that famous par 3 laid at Augusta, the one where, do you remember the highlight where Tiger chipped the ball on the green and it rolled down and then it hung right on the lip before it fell in?
That's that Nike commercial, ain't it?
Yeah, that's that hole. He had missed the green on his tee shot. He then chipped it in for birdie. But you see hole-in-ones there. They put that pin down on the left, the bottom left of the green, and then the ball will roll off the slope to the right. So they scare hole-in-ones and often will have multiple holes-in-one on that hole during the Masters. So, yeah, shout out Shane Lowry. I can't even keep up with who I pick on Brunch with the Tour. You got Brunch with the Tour picks in there?
Oh, let me grab it.
And I don't even care who y'all have. I just need to know who I have. I just need to write it down. This is, by the way, this is bookkeeping. You guys can just step right in here on the staff meeting. My apologies. I'm about to get to a football fix. We'll move it along here. I'm sure I went.
Oh, you got Scotty and Wyndham.
I went Wyndham again, huh? What a dodo. And Scotty, I think, was 5 under. He was okay. Came out kind of slow. He ran this tournament. It was a super low scoring yesterday, and it is going to go. That leaderboard is going to bounce. Jake Knapp is leading, and Jake Knapp is one of those guys who'll get hot and have it 2 weeks a year.
Did Rory hit a hole-in-one also yesterday?
Did he? I don't know. I didn't see that.
Oh, I thought I heard that.
Yeah, he may have. I didn't see it. All right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let me just give you some news and notes from the NFL. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. We appreciate her throughout the football season with a football fix. And my friends at the home course, Joint Creek Golf Club, don't tell anyone. Your boy will tee it high and let it fly today. The best value in golf. Darn right I will. It's going to be a beautiful day. Looking forward to getting out on the course. And always enjoy my time on the home course, the Joint Creek Golf Club. All right. Memo to... is this now going to be at the rookie symposium when they give the guys all the current, latest word on the street tips to avoid trouble?
They should.
Yeah, no more massage therapists, boys. No more massage therapists. And in this case with Justin Tucker, I mean, this is impossible to prove or disprove. They're talking about things that happened in 2015?
2012 to 2015.
Come on, man. Sorry. By the way, Justin Tucker, I mean, Ravens kicker Justin Tucker accused of inappropriate sexual behavior by 6 massage therapists in Baltimore. His conduct, according to one outlet, caused some therapists to refuse to work with him again and resulted in 2 spas banning him from returning. Reportedly between 2012 and 2016, his first 5 years in the NFL. Tucker, immediately after the article was posted on something called The Banner, called the allegations unequivocally false. Throughout my career as a professional athlete, I've always sought to conduct myself with the utmost professionalism. I have never been accused of misconduct of any kind. I've never been accused of acting inappropriate in front of a massage therapist or during a massage therapy session or during other body work. He said the article, quote, takes innocuous or ambiguous interactions and skews them so out of proportion that they are no longer recognizable. This is desperate tabloid fodder. We'll see if the NFL looks into it or what can be done. I will say my reaction was similar to those same accusations leveled against Deshaun Watson so many moons ago. But man, that's awful hard to kind of go back. I can't remember what I had for breakfast on Monday. We're going to go back to 2015? We'll see if that goes anywhere. A new season low is being trumpeted by the NFL. A new season low in concussions, at least they say, 182 documented. This little note will wrap it from Vegas. Football bettors in Nevada beat the sports book out of a net $2.1 million in December, the first monthly loss during the NFL regular season for the state's bookmakers in 12 years. Go get them, boys! It's only you want to know how Vegas has all those pretty lights? It's only the 13th losing month on football bets during the regular season in the state's history. The largest net loss on football since November 2012, when the sports books lost $5.3 million in bets on NFL and college football. Favorites, always popular with the betting public, won 76% of games in December, the highest winning percentage for the month since 2005 and 4th highest in the Super Bowl era. So with the chalk doing all that covering, Vegas took a hit. Overall in December, Nevada sportsbooks won a net $15 million, almost all of it coming in bets on basketball. Yeah, they call the rough December a capping of a, quote, up and down regular season for Nevada. The books kicked off by winning $80.9 million in September. Yeah, real up and down. Hope you guys can survive. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and the home course of Jointon Creek Golf Club. The fun and frivolity of a GFL Friday, the Hicken arrival and more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Great defensive play by Donovan Darius. What a game he's put in.
I'm Donovan Darius.
Donovan Darius, again, we call his name a lot.
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO. A concert celebration featuring the music of Electric Light Orchestra. It's February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Listen up, Ospreys. UNF Homecoming Week is just around the corner. You don't want to miss the festivities, especially the Birds of Trade, as the UNF men's basketball team hosts Bellarmine Thursday, February 6th, and FGCU Saturday, February 8th at UNF Arena, tipping off at 5. Show off your pride and reconnect with your alma mater. Thursday, February 6th at 8, and Saturday, February 8th at 5. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now to secure your seats. Swoop!
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WEALTH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com, powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. Have you been charged with a crime? You don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
Cannonball! Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad. My bad. Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage too. Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Riddle Wellness. Jaguars' new head coach Liam Cohen was introduced to the fans on Thursday evening. During the event, former Jaguar and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli conveyed the sentiments of the crowd.
Did anyone else not have fun last year? Raise your hand. Yeah, me too. It's like life. That's behind us, and let's forget about it.
As Florida men's basketball gets ready to meet Tennessee for the second time this season, the team's bye week came at a great time, according to head coach Todd Golden.
As I said, this was the perfect week for us to get a bye.
Hear the game live tomorrow morning, starting at 11:30 on 1010 XL AM. The JU Dolphins men's basketball team looks to return to their winning ways as they face rival UNF in the first edition of the River City Rumble. The game will tip off tomorrow evening at Swisher Gymnasium. Tune in to 1010 XL AM to hear the game live starting at 6. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody.
Oh, you know it! Yes, sir! Sweet Friday. Sweet Friday. I need a little emotion, please. Okay. Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Take it, Friday.
Go Friday, go Friday, go Friday, go Friday, go.
Fun. Yeah. You know what I feel like?
What you feel like?
You know what I'm feeling, E?
Talk to me.
I'm thinking a little bit.
What you thinking?
It's going through my head.
What's brewing up there?
Ow, I just love this song so much.
And then?
It's like, one more time.
Encore.
Woo! All right, Googans. Sweet Friday. Good to be with you. I'm off to the one of the loan departments.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's
yeah,
cooking?
the mogul.
What do you got? You in some trouble? You in hawk a little bit?
I got a little problem.
Uh-oh.
A little problem. I was listening to my favorite show yesterday on 1010XL. It's called The Drill.
Okay.
And I wasn't talking. You were.
Oh.
You threw this out, and I took it as a cue.
I mean, you're unbelievable. You're going to come in.
I just lost 10 stacks.
Me 2 seconds.
10 stacks. Guy sat here and said, "You know what?"
Huh?
He said, "You know what Atlanta does? They're going to go beat Cleveland tonight."
Oh,
you watch that?
Yeah, that was sarcasm.
I was like,
yeah, that's on you.
I mean,
good. I'm glad, E. I'm glad he lost.
I mean,
misery loves company.
He sat right there and told me.
Yeah, no.
Atlanta, don't worry.
No.
I saw 60-51 at the half. I'm like,
Were they up?
No, they were down.
Oh. Well, yeah, no. Recommendations come full-throated and public here when they're real. I mean, that was just an off-air conversation about the stinking Hawks.
Oh.
Come on.
Well, I wish you would have clarified
Sarcasm. Well, you should have asked. You should have doubled back.
I'm just being sarcastic. Kind of what I needed there, but I didn't get it, but that's okay.
I have a scenario for you.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers in search of an offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Land a guy with a long resume of coordinated offenses around the NFL.
Dougie P.
Yeah, apparently there are at least reports out there that teams have inquired about Doug Peterson.
Well, go get it,
for
Doug.
OC.
That's what you're good at.
That would be great if he was in Tampa, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How dramatic would that be?
Yeah.
Do you think he will?
No.
Man, you got to heat tea time. Why would you worry? Just go to Jupiter, man. Kick back. Put that visor on. And do you really need another $3 million a year for 5 more years? Come on, man.
I'm sure he's getting paid for this year.
Yeah, fair.
Well, I don't see. So Jags get their defense coordinator as anticipated.
Campanile.
We told you yesterday they'll probably hire one today.
Thought so,
They thought so. Boom. It was time. It was just time. Wasn't any feeling. He's inexperienced, but you know what? Last year we all went gaga over Ryan Nielsen, defense coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. All this experience, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. No.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, no. was a disaster.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
They got an incredible task in front of them. You know how many takeaways the Jags had last year? 9.
9.
Yeah. 9 takeaways. They were near the last, and so they didn't get. By the way, I would have lost the sack bet. You were 1 year too early. I had 34. They were near the bottom there. They're near the bottom or at the bottom in every single defensive category. They're no good doing anything on defense. So, and how do you evaluate players when you stink?
Yeah.
Like, how do you, don't fall for what we do, and a guy makes a play, and we think, we get excited because he makes one play in a game.
Right. No, our guys, we're no good. At some point, we have to accept what we are. We don't make key plays. We don't make winning plays. We don't know how to win. We don't.
They are who we thought they were.
Thank you. We don't play, what's the word? Complimentary football, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that's where there's truth in what Shad says, because it has to be looked at it this way. We don't look this as a day of stumbling. This is a day of optimism, of progress.
Yeah.
Can't be worse. I mean, some of those things you've got to hope are changed by upgrades at these other important.
You had 2 guys 2 years ago career at 17 and a half and, combined for 27 plus sacks. And so you chose again to not get a pass rusher. It's mind-boggling. And so again, another year where we didn't rush the passer or affect the passer. And when you don't affect the passer, your secondary is worse. And we didn't have a great secondary anyway. So now it's the worst in the NFL.
I looked at all of these stats defensively that scream you need to get better. But you can find good teams interspersed in some bad stats in just about all of them except for one. You know what it was?
What?
There were 2 actually. Sacks and takeaways. Like the bottom 5 in total takeaways: Carolina, Tennessee, New England, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You can go up and find a bad team who's really good stopping the run or a good team who didn't stop the run. But, man, there are a couple of those key markers. And so that's where it is. We need savages. We do. We need bad. And they need to be in search of some souvenirs. Take some helmets home with them.
As much as you want to have an offense that is clicking and scoring 40 a game or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, your defense is, Kansas City is in another Super Bowl, and they have, we can say what we want. They got Patrick Mahomes, and he is a great player, Hall of Famer, maybe the best ever. Second best ever. But make no mistake, they're winning because of their defense. And those guys and Spagnuolo have been terrific. And that's what Spagnuolo's chasing his 5th Super Bowl ring. 1 with the Giants, 3 with the Chiefs. And so that's Kansas City they score over 30 one time this year. And that was the last game.
Yeah, when it mattered. The defense was a big part of keeping them together. I got the stat that'll. It's too bad balls didn't do one for me. I got a stat of the day for you. This one is going to. Thank you, E.
His name is Prosser. He got a sports knowledge addiction.
Thank you.
It's Jeff Prosser, stat of the day.
Appreciate you, E. Somebody's there for me. Yeah, here it is. And tell me I don't have to pick you up off the floor on this one. All right, anyway. So I was looking at the rushing defense leaders and terrible teams where we fell, but I was just kind of seeing where Philadelphia and Kansas City fell. And as you would expect, they were up there, certainly top 10, maybe even top 5. But Kansas City gives up like 101 a game on the ground. Philly gives up like 104 a game on the ground. That bodes worse for Philly, right? I mean, they're being supercharged right now by Saquon Barkley. They got other elements, and Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard, they can beat you. Don't get me wrong, but we all agree that Saquon has kind of been the turbo boost here. So I offer you this. The Chiefs haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher since week 1 when the quarterback Lamar did it. Not a single running back went for 100 against the Chiefs all year.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're Eagles fan, maybe you just took a little uh-oh. I don't know. But Saquon Barkley has been playing at a level that it feels like it could be the Pro Bowl defense, and he'd find his. But that's not those aren't the sexy stats that we look at, right, as we get ready for the Pro Bowl, for the Super Bowl, but that could certainly play in. The Eagles haven't allowed a running back to run for 100 all year, and Saquon's just churning out about $150 a game, isn't he?
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Before we get to the poll question of the day,
you ever watch these? This is mind-boggling to me. But do you ever watch these? I don't know what they're called. The slap fight championships.
Yeah.
What is that?
They just slap each other. I guess it's who can last the long. I don't know. I've never watched a conclusion. It doesn't appeal to me. It looks kind of boring.
Ocho stuff.
Yeah, but that is. I mean, you get the
It's
big.
intense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the big boys.
Yeah,
in
they're
there?
big dudes.
They might as well be punching each other.
Yeah, they're big meaty paws, man.
I just stumble upon one. And,
Yeah, I've
you
seen
got
it before.
Fans, and it says slap, and there's a big, like, thing in the middle of them, and the big dude winds up and hits the one guy, and he's stammering around, and then he gets to do it to the other guy, and then the other guy he knocks him out.
Gives him like a concussion.
Yeah. I don't know
Bro,
why anyone
I mean,
would do it.
you're hitting him right. I mean, I know it's a slap. It's not a punch.
I think this
but
is
my
all about
God.
this is all about determining who can take a slap more than it is who can slap the hardest.
Right.
We've all known that guy. Everybody had the buddy that could take a bottle to the head and would just look at you like he was pissed.
Yeah.
Right. There's one of those guys in every wolf pack.
For real.
Some hard-headed dude that you can do anything to him, and he just looks at you, stares at you,
Man.
blank faced. Righty? You got
Crazy.
that guy? We all got that guy.
Absolutely. Everybody
Sure.
got that guy.
That's nuts, bro.
You just find a bunch of those guys, you put them in the slap
And
contest.
and the ladies do it too.
Yeah, you bet. Slap fight.
I just don't get it.
It is. I don't get it either.
And by the way,
It's called power slap, I'm
I'll
told.
say this. I don't think it pays out a whole hell of a lot either. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a good gig.
By the way, nor should it.
Yeah. Like, I don't think if
You
you
pay like $50 if you win. I mean, get out of here. What are you doing?
it's got to be. It's got to
Power
be
slap.
It's got to be a concussion in the making.
Well, yeah, at least.
You're getting hit here, jiggles your brain inside your head. It's got to. Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question today brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars and PGA Tour and the Florida Gators. 15 locations in Jacksonville to serve you. Ooh, they got a 4.99% fixed interest rate right now available to you. First-time homeowners, jump on that. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. You'll be glad you did. I looked at some of the top 50 free agent lists, and I put together, yesterday we did the draft, today we do the free agents, a little wish list.
Yeah.
I'll give you four names.
I settled on a guy today, and he
Okay.
is a mile ahead of everyone else.
And he might not even be on this list.
No, he will be.
So here they are. Here are the four.
You're savvy enough to put him on there. If not, you've really gotten off to a bad start. A little pressure. A little poll question pressure.
I like it.
All right.
Here are the four that you could choose from. You have T. Higgins, wide receiver. You have Trey Smith, interior offensive lineman. You have DJ Reed, a corner, and Josh Sweat, an edge rusher.
Okay.
Those are your four.
Yeah, I'll take all four, but by a million miles, I have my plan would be.
You would have went other.
No. He's on there, like I said.
Oh, he's on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're savvy.
Yeah, my plan, which I came up with on the drive in today, by the way. So there's been a lot of thought going into this. This is what I'm doing. Period. End of story.
Okay.
I'm signing Trey Smith to the richest guard deal a guard has ever had, and then I'm drafting the biggest, baddest mauler from North Dakota State in round 3 or 4, and I'm upgrading my line of scrimmage immediately. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm not trifling with keeping average players because, well, are they that bad? Yeah, they're that bad. We're terrible. We can't run the football. So the interior linemen, all three can go.
You know what I'm a little worried about with Trey Smith?
What's that? Injuries?
Nope.
Fat and happy?
Yep.
Product of the system?
I mean, nope. We've inked Andrew Norvell, didn't work. Brandon Sheriff tried, but didn't. Our product wasn't better. Signing a big time, signing the best guard in the free agent class doesn't always necessarily equal victories. That's for sure.
The only major difference with this guy that makes it a little bit more apples to oranges. Sheriff was old. His best football was behind him. We knew it. We did it. And Norwell was a one-year guy. 1 year he flashed for Carolina. He barely ever went to Pro Bowls.
He was all pro.
But 1 year. And Trey Smith,
how many years is Trey Smith? Has Trey Smith been all pro?
More importantly, Trey Smith's like 25, 26 years old.
I get it.
So you don't face some of those things that you run into with Sheriff and that we ran into with Norwell. I'll give you another one. The dude we got from Denver, Beatles. Zane Beatles was supposed to be an upgrade. This guy feels, and I don't know, but he feels better. Sheriff felt like a good signing, but he's just an old warhorse.
Sheriff's been good, but
it's not okay. He's been okay. They're second from the bottom and running the football. They're no good at pushing people around. And
Who would you take?
I would be taking cornerback DJ Reed, R-E-E-D. I don't know this DJ R-E-A-D that you have here.
that a mistype?
Typo. No, I'm going with DJ Reed.
Here's more on your power
Maybe
slap.
I meant DJ Reader.
Here's more on your power slap.
Uh-huh.
Couple people. It's a Dana White production.
Okay.
He's the head of the UFC there. Not sure how much slappers make, but Dana White has stated many times that slap fight is making him a ton of money and is off to a 100 times faster start than UFC did.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of TV deals that he claims are going to blow people's minds. I
I
won't put
believe
it
it.
past him.
I believe it. Maybe we can have celebrity slap fights too eventually. That'd be fun. All right, so Trey Smith is your leader in the clubhouse, 42.8%. T. Higgins, 31.4%. DJ Reed, R-E-A-D, 12.9%. Josh Sweat, S-W-E-A-T, 12.9%. Couple hours left. 450 votes are in. You can vote on the social medias. Again, Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. DreamFindersHomes.com for all your home builder information. That's how it works. So I'd be fine with any of them, to be honest with you.
And by the way,
I don't think they're going to be really active in free agency. So we'll see.
And some of them may depend on if they spend big money on one of those guys. It may be dependent on. I will say this: if you're going to let Christian Kirk go for cost-cutting moves, it better be to sign T. Higgins. That's my point about letting guys go.
Yes.
If you're going to let Christian Kirk go and instead you're going to bring me Gabe Davis or you're going to draft me a rookie, no. I got a coach that was probably pretty confident in throwing personnel together because they got slammed by injuries at the receiver position and tight end position in Tampa, and they still made it work. So let's hope that Liam Cohen has that same magic touch here. I just come back with a 10-minute drill, some other things going on in sports. You're listening to the GFL Friday on the drill, 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
You need a potty mouth defensive coordinator, and we got one. If you watch the clips going around social media, man, this guy, Anthony Campanile, is definitely a get the point across, high energy, young guy. So, again, who knows? No one knows how he's going to be. He's been around football his whole life. Family of football, family of coaches. Dad was a coach, brothers are coaches. Considered a top rising young coach, getting his first big opportunity. Let's see how he does. Again, he's had success where he coaching what he's coached at certain teams, Miami, Green Bay, to be specific. And that's your Duval Minutes, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, always on the lookout for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The benefits at Lift Power are tremendous. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. That's why Lift Power year in and year out is voted one of the best places to work in all of Jacksonville. It's rapidly growing, been around for 50-plus years. Great family-owned and operated. Don't let this opportunity slip by. You can learn more just by visiting liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Tensions build.
3rd and 12, let's go.
Plot thickens.
We got to get off the field.
Crowds roar. Tune in and let the show begin. Your home for live play-by-play is 1010XL.
One big game left. One big game, and Prize Picks wants to go big time, man. 10 million members, can't be wrong. Billions of dollars awarded in winnings, and your chance to take the big game out to the woodshed and beat it down. That's what you're going to get with Prize Picks. Free squares available, lots of games to play. Check them out as we head towards the big game just a week from Sunday. And by the way, it's real easy to do. You just pick a player, take more, take less. You know, how many yards Patrick Mahomes going to rush for? How many rushing attempts is Patrick Mahomes going to have? What will Kareem Hunt do? You know, just all kinds of different opportunities there for you. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX. Get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. $50 when you play 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Rev up your life with luxury at Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard. Right now, used car prices are 12% lower than their peak in April of 2022, making this the perfect time to drive home in a dream car. Specializing in luxury used vehicles, offering you elegance at prices that are finally coming back down to earth. See special listings in the newspaper every Saturday or online at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Jacksonville, get ready to spice up your night at One Night Taco Stand. Every Taco Tuesday, enjoy their mouth-watering tacos for just $2.99 and get your weekend started with 2-for-1 house margaritas. Find fresh Mexican street food, stiff drinks, and fun vibes at One Night Taco Stand with 3 Jacksonville locations in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
This is Burton Cummings, the voice of a generation. Burton Cummings, 60th Anniversary Hits Tour, February 5th at Florida Theater. With special guest, Jim Messina. Burton Cummings and his band. 60th Anniversary Hits Tour. Tickets on sale now at FloridaTheater.com.
If your high school student is a high performer, they could be 1010XL Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
On 1010XL.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better. Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Yeah. Yeah. We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We got the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, he says it's a prize pack razzle-dazzle.
I do.
Don't be an evil woman, E. Tell them what they're going to win.
2 tickets to the Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, of course. The American ELO on Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30 at the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts. This is all part of the FSDJ Artist Series. Hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill.
I like that. I like that.
What is the most famous golf course in America?
Augusta.
Oh, he said it quickly.
I would say Augusta.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's Pebble.
Pebble.
I'm wondering.
Pebble's up there.
Yeah, because I said yesterday it might be the most famous golf course in America, and we have the most famous hole in the world, probably the 17th at TPC.
The Irishman had some holes in ones yesterday.
Well, Rory had one, but did you see the Lowry connection?
Yeah.
He's had a hole in one at Augusta 16, TPC 17, and now Pebble 7, like 3 iconic holes on 3 iconic courses.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe the 3, I don't know if TPC Sawgrass is too Johnny Come Lately, where does it rank among the most famous courses in America? Is it
famous courses?
Yeah,
it's got the most iconic hole.
That's what I mean for Pebble. Like Pebble and Augusta, it might be Pebble. I don't know. It's close. The only way to answer would be to go to Indonesia and ask them, name me in a golf course in America. Maybe it probably would be Augusta.
Yeah.
But Pebble's certainly got that. I don't know those Northeastern clubs, if they carry distinction, or has TPC Sawgrass that quickly become the 3rd most famous course in America?
Is 12 more of a famous par 3 than 16 at Augusta?
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah. There's more drama at 16 because the ball feeds down to that hole. We've had some incredible Tiger, chip in, obviously.
Jack in 86, his son said, be the right club. Jack bent over, picked up his tee, said it is.
Yeah.
And dropped it to about 4 feet.
Yeah.
There's been some great moments there.
Men's Corner, like 12?
Yeah, those are 3 holes, though.
Yeah, the 3 holes?
That's 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't qualify as one hole. Maybe it is Augusta. I surmised that it was
Pebble's got to be up
Pebble,
there.
but then a listener on the text line said Augusta, and I said, well, you know what? I wasn't thinking Augusta because it's so different,
Yeah.
Certainly Pebble has the longevity. It's been around probably 50 years longer than Augusta. The golf course itself.
Pebble was when we went out there last year. It was.
Do you remember when it was constructed?
Well, I remember this. Tom Seaver's father, Charles Seaver, won something in like the 1930s there, and Bobby Jones played there.
I want to say
it's been there forever
since the 1800s. I think. I mean, that was my point. I don't know that for sure, but probably at least 50. Augusta was built in like the 30s, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that was Bobby Jones.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, the golf is underway out there.
1919, Pebble Beach Golf Links opened February 22nd, 1919.
That's about the same time as Timuquana. I think they were
F.B.
1920.
Morris commissioned the course to attract buyers to the Pebble Beach area. Jack Neville and Douglas Grant designed the course. Closed for almost a year after opening. Renovated to host the 1929 U.S. Amateur. Pebble Beach. It's really, if you've never been there and you're like golf, it's just worth going just to even look at. It's unbelievable. So, and the boys are out there again. Hopefully not complaining this week.
What were they complaining last week? The weather, the wind? They always find something, don't they?
I always complain. It's complaining.
I'm looking at an article from 2021 about. I was searching the oldest golf course in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. Hyde Park.
It's the oldest public course. I'm curious if it's older than. Let's see. This was celebrating 100 years in 2021, so 1921, 1922. That's about the same as Timuquana, I think.
Yeah.
I guess none of the. Most of the. Let's see. Hyde Park developed a residential community private golf course in 1925. So coming up on 100 years this year. I'm trying to see if there is a. Hyde Park is a great little golf story.
was founded in 1923.
23, so right around that same time.
Yeah.
Those are probably the 2 oldest courses, you would say. Maybe there's another one somewhere else around town or, located somewhere else that I'm not aware of. But people forget, though, a little Hyde Park over there, tucked in the middle of the West Side, hosted PGA Tour events. Famously, Ben Hogan made an 11 on a par 3 out there at the 1947 Jacksonville Open. And so if and when you go play Hyde Park, you can just keep note of that. By the way, when you play that hole, you're going to find it impossible to think that one of the golf's best all time could make an 11 there. But I will say the hole design has changed. There used to be water there. And from what I understand, that's what happened with Hogan. He hit it in the water a couple of times, then dropped and bladed it across into a bunker. and then maybe hit it back in the water. I don't, but yeah, an 11.
It took Scotty Scheffler about 9 holes to knock the rust off.
And then he got hot. Yeah, got to 5 under. I need him for Pete's sake. I got like 20 grand in Brunch with Joe.
Oh, you got him this week?
Yeah, well, I had the number 1 pick. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
What did Wyndham Clark do? I rode that dog again. Did he do anything? I thought I had more. I did it again all day yesterday. I'm like, I got Morikawa because we were talking down Morikawa. I said, well, I'll take him.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, but of course I didn't. Because I took Wyndham Clark a couple weeks ago, and he stuck it to me.
You're already taking Wyndham Clark this year?
I think so. I think I took him a couple weeks ago.
I know JT, my guy JT had a good round.
Yeah, JT's playing pretty well. You know, what's played pretty good yesterday was Ricky Fowler.
Camp Play had a good round, so.
Yeah, they all had a good round,
They
though.
all did. Looks like everybody but.
When's the last time either of y'all played at Hyde Park?
Morikawa 3 under. I haven't played Hyde Park probably. It's probably 10 years, I'd say, at least.
Yeah. I'd probably a little less than that for me. I enjoy it when I go out there. It's just way out of the way for me.
Yeah.
But and it's popular and it's crowded. You know. The times I played. Hyde Park is one of those.
Clark tooled around to a 74 yesterday.
He's bad. Everyone's 6-8 under.
You know who else didn't really?
Yeah, Ludwig. Yeah, he's 5 over. I saw that.
Ludwig be going home. Ludwig's dead last.
You know, there's been talk, man, and I wouldn't put it past it coming to something. Some of these young dudes are talking about like putting some sort of move together to buy and upgrade Hyde Park and make it a championship golf course. And there's a lot of potential there, man. A lot of history, but we shall see.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good. It's a good tournament. Good tournament to check out this week if you're watching.
Well, it's kind of now. I guess it's
I was going to tell you. I saw Mad Max sign with the Blue Jays yesterday.
Yeah, I know. It's
1-year deal, $15.5 million.
All I can say.
We talked about him with Murph on Wednesday and wondering where
potentially with the Braves too. I mean, it's just another run out of arms that the Braves could be in position for. I don't know why you wouldn't be willing to go 1 year, $15 million on Scherzer. I just don't. I don't know why you wouldn't match Charlie Morton. I don't know what it is they think they have in that system that I haven't seen yet. So we'll see. I mean, by my count, they've got 3 starters to start the year. I don't. You got Sale, you got Lopez, and you got Schwellenbach. Yeah. Those are only 3. I mean, so I don't. Never mind a 5th starter. Who's the 4th? I mean, Strider will be back probably sooner rather than later. We got some details yesterday. He also had the brace. He didn't have the full Tommy John. So there are expectations that if necessary, he could be back right away. But I'm just curious to these veteran arms. Listen, nobody expects Max Scherzer to lead you to a World Series, but there are a lot of innings in June, July, and August that need to be eaten. So I will say this. The Braves had money to spend. The word was they were going to spend some. Somebody better be in a room than writing Acuna his $700 million check. We got to do something with this cash.
Has there ever one last thing with sports constant rationalizations? We'll come back and kick it up a notch. Has there ever been any hyped quarterback more than Arch Manning in college?
Yeah, I think there've been a few, but he definitely,
especially a guy who most people would have thought he'd been playing by now.
I think Peyton was real similar.
He was.
Real
but he went in as a freshman, like game 3.
But he wasn't supposed to play. I mean, He didn't start.
Right.
I think
I saw a good interview.
I can't help but sense a little bit of Dan Mullen and Steve Sarkisian here.
Yeah.
And I think history will look back that they screwed the pooch. Art should have had the ball this year.
Yeah.
They should have thanked Quinn Ewers and let him go somewhere else and gotten Arch ready to try and win a title this year because now you've limited your window.
I saw
if he's good, he'll be in the league in 2 years.
A real good sit down with Arch with Marty Smith, and I thought that first time I really heard him, and he was good. He talked about a lot of different things. Talked about which Manning do you pattern your game after most. He said probably my grandfather,
Archie.
Yeah,
he does play, but he's a
little more athletic.
Yeah, Archie was a runner.
Yeah, and he said so that was good. And then he talked.
Mrs. Manning must be a clod.
Yeah,
Archie's wife. Because Archie Olivia must be a clod.
A beautiful lady.
Yeah,
Magnolia Queen.
Yeah, Olivia 2 feet Manning, they call her.
Yeah, she's a Magnolia Queen.
2 left feet, I should
Beautiful
say.
lady. Oh, because of Peyton and Eli?
Yeah, they can't get around at all.
She must be tall, though, because they're both big kids.
Yeah, probably.
Bigger than their dad. So, but he also talked about, the differences between Peyton and Eli. And, when he goes, I was struggling in practice last year with the 2-minute drill. So I texted Peyton. Then he sent me back a 10-minute. He goes, he's just the most detailed guy he's ever met.
That's right.
Like he said, Peyton, can you come out? And they were in the same town together, and he's like, do you want to go out and throw? And Peyton came back with, what time? Where do I park? How long will we be there? What's the weather like? So it was kind of funny. And he just said, Eli, what he loves about Eli is that Eli handled New York perfectly. He said Eli never got too high, too low. Eli would throw for 400 yards or throw 4 interceptions, and he was the same no matter what. And he said that's what he loves about Eli. So it's just interesting what he's trying to pull from each of his family members. He is, by the way, if you don't know, he is Cooper's son, which is kind of cool for Cooper because Cooper's career was cut short.
Cooper's whole existence is known by how close he is to greats.
Yeah.
Because dad is great, his brothers are great,
Yeah.
now his son's going to be great.
I love it.
Cooper's the bone in a T-bone steak.
But Cooper's a funny guy. I like Cooper.
Yeah, they do. They like him. I'm surprised we don't see more of him.
Yeah,
He's the oldest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they tried to put him in. The Mannings did some sort of game show.
Yeah.
Remember they tried
He was in
to
it with Peyton.
Put Cooper in there,
Yeah.
and it just didn't work.
But anyway.
San Jose, 1925. I'm just getting some info here.
And so Arch was one other thing about Arch, just who he was, and they go, "What? What's it like being a student there?" He goes, "It's great." He goes, Coach Sark told me one thing on campus: just keep moving. He goes, "I do a lot of selfies, but I keep moving. Selfies are fun. I don't mind doing selfies. I just keep moving, though. Kids come up and talk to him all the time. So anyway, I think he's enjoying the college. It's what he wanted to do. He's got that in him. The one thing about the Mannings, man, all the Mannings, from Arch to Eli to Peyton, they all enjoyed their college experience, right? It was all important to them. So anyway, 641-1010, that's the number to call. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
2 tickets to the Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman.
Let's go.
The American ELO on Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30 at the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts. This is all a part of the FSCJ Artist Series.
One more thing, too, before we send everyone to Hyde Park. I guess apparently the clubhouse burned down a couple of years ago and still hasn't completely been rebuilt. And so while people love the charm of the golf course itself, but right now they still haven't gotten the clubhouse fixed and up. So there's that.
I remember when Bonanza's brother was the pro there.
Yeah.
Blocker.
Yeah, Blocker.
He was Dan Blocker. I think Dirk Blocker was the Bonanza star, or vice versa.
No, Dan Blocker was the Bonanza star.
And it was Dirk Blocker.
I don't know if it was Dirk.
Am I wrong?
That was Tom, wasn't it?
I don't know. But anyway, it was a blocker. Good dude.
Lead blocker.
I got it right here, actually.
Yeah.
Chris Blocker.
Chris Blocker. All right.
Maxwell and fellow Billy Maxwell, another Jacksonville guy, played a lot of tour golf. Let's see. Purchased the course 50 years ago. Chris Blocker and Maxwell, and I think
Blocker.
And I think they have since turned it over, haven't they? I don't know what's going on. I haven't been there in a while. Apparently, there's no clubhouse, so buyer beware. I'll see you on the home course. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL.
Did you hear that?
Hear what? 1010XL. 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes & Cohen.
Gang, couldn't be any happier to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, I mean it. That's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about. Ain't no pressure there, just friendly help. Great folks. I'm telling you. I got my boy Blue. I love my Blue Silverado. You want a truck like I do? Go to George Moore Chevrolet. You want a car? Go to George Moore Chevrolet. SUV, electric, pre-owned? George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. Can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard? No worries. It's morechevy.com. So easy to navigate with an E, M-O-O-R-E, Chevy.com. It's got all your vehicles, sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning has your back. Start the year fresh. No leaks, no clogs, no excuses. Call Duck Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, work on three, 1, 2, 3, fire!
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yo, each of the T here from my bookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name. Where the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event. If you're not on my bookie, you're missing out on all the action. Big game betting with my bookie goes beyond picking the winner. We've got all the wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color will the Gatorade be for the drenching of the winning coach? Even the length of the national anthem and the spectacle of the halftime show are up for grabs. My bookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes my bookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get paid. Whether you deposit in crypto or credit, bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on the big game boost parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can turn small bets into big wins. Fast signups, lightning fast payouts. Make sure you sign up using my promo code 1010XL to get that deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators. And by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. No matter the weather, Triumph has an unbelievable selection of rides where you can get out and just enjoy the highway.
They do. The new Rocket is out with the new color schemes, the Tiger 1200, which has been revamped. These bikes are nice, gorgeous, and ready to ride.
And if you want to take a look at the selection, they can just roll into the showroom and see a full variety.
We've got them all in stock and ready to go.
So if you log on, cyclesofjacksonville.com, search the Triumph line, and then head into the showroom. You'll be impressed. Cycles of Jacksonville.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's electric!
Oh, yeah. Say what? As expected, Jackson Dart having himself a pretty good Senior Bowl week. Let's see where he closes out, though.
Well, you got an Ole Miss guy having a good Senior Bowl week.
Yeah.
I've got today's Shazam Spotlight. Another Ole Miss putting new meaning to Hottie Toddy out there at Sawgrass, a key member of the Ole Miss football team, this is even funny, has now been arrested by Jacksonville police. Arrested Thursday from charges that stem from his trip here to Jacksonville for the Gator Bowl. Those charges, indecent exposure. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office says 23-year-old Carrie Coleman of Oxford is charged with 2 felony counts of exposure. They responded to the Sawgrass Marriott back on January 2nd about a man exposing himself to female housekeeping employees.
Game day?
Game day. The investigation revealed 2 separate incidents occurred on that same date. Detectives also learned that Coleman was arrested in 2023 for indecent exposure incidents in Mississippi involving 5 victims.
Did Kinger know about this?
Endorsed it. After conducting multiple interviews, gathering additional evidence, and staffing, they arrested him.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played. He had 5 tackles. He played 37 games in 3 seasons there. Yeah, he's a starter. Second leading tackler for Ole Miss.
He got arrested on game day, charged with 2 felonies, you're telling me? And he played in the game that evening.
Correct. He loves the pigskin.
Wow.
That's all you can say.
Okay.
The 6'1", 220-pound linebacker, played in the Gator Bowl later that evening. Nothing to see here.
What in the blazes?
Second leading tackler with 5 tackles. I mean, it's not funny for the poor housekeepers that just get obliterated. There are a lot of freaky freaks in the world.
There are freaks.
But you freaky freaks who somehow find it exciting to show yourself to people are among the freakiest of the freaks.
Save that for 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Adam Schnichter?
Schefter, Dan.
Schuchter.
Yes.
Okay. Is reporting this morning that the Bucs again blocking Jacksonville's request to interview assistant offensive line coach Brian Picucci, who left Kentucky with Liam Cohen to go to Tampa. Jags were able to hire Cohen, but not Picucci. They've also blocked that O-line coach as well. So the Bucs are being a little bit jerky.
Yeah, they're hurt.
Their
feelings are hurt from the way it went down. They're mad at Cohen, I'm sure.
Just relax, Tampa. By the way, I brought up Arch Manning earlier because
it's pretty weak, by the way, to begrudge your assistant getting a head coaching opportunity.
Yeah.
Regardless, it didn't go down the best way. In hindsight, should have handled it different. But come on, man.
Yeah, relax. And the players don't care. They're happy for him.
Correct.
I brought up Arch Manning only before because I saw they said he signed an NIL deal with Red Bull. And he's making, buku bucks already.
Yeah, good for him.
Which is no big deal.
Be good for the family. He probably send some home.
Shador Sanders was interviewed, just hinted that the Giants will be drafting him. Says he knows he'll play the Cowboys very soon. Titans and Browns do not play Dallas this upcoming season.
Yeah, I would just caution quarterbacks from believing what they hear.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we always hear these stories of so-and-so said they were going to take me, and then I was shocked. The Giants pick after the Jags or before?
Giants pick third.
Third.
Yeah.
Who picked 6th?
That would be the Raiders, I think.
Okay.
I believe so.
Well, I mean, listen, if you're a Jag fan, you want two quarterbacks to go in the first 4.
Oh, yeah.
If 2 quarterbacks and
do you think that will happen? I'm not sure that will happen.
I think it will. I get there, man. Again, man, we went down this before. You'd take the 10th, 12th best quarterback over the number 1 any other position.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we love, I won't go to the very, very, very top end, but as much as you let Micah Parsons, you'd take Justin Herbert if you had a choice of the 2 players. And I'm taking Herbert because he's not the elite of the elite.
Yes.
Yeah, would. It's just the importance of the position. So, if you can find enough that you like about Cam Ward and Shador Sanders, and you're picking in the top 5, you're probably going to roll the dice. I'm with you. You know what would be really smart? Somebody suggested this on the text line thinking, because we were talking about Stafford and the Rams. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be really smart for the Rams to sign Stafford and then draft Jackson Dart like in round 2? You find a guy like that, you got to find that guy.
Dempsey told me yesterday that Stafford is under contract, but the contract pays him like 20-something million or whatever.
So it would take more.
So he's not going to play for that number. So that's where they're going to have to work things out. I was looking at Daniel Jeremiah's top 50. And, we can, because we've talked about the number, the 5th overall pick, who the Jags will take, and we get an idea who that is. And that will dictate, obviously, who they take in the second round. But I guess if you're picking around 37, so I like to look. You all right in there? I'm going to sneeze fit. I never heard that from you before, E. That was a good little 5-pack. That was outstanding.
You like that?
I did.
You like that?
I like that. But if I look from like numbers 34 to number 40, this is Daniel Jeremiah's top 50 where they're ranked. So that if he's good at what he would do, it would factor in that you could probably get one of these guys, right? 34 to 40.
Okay.
So names that we know. Quinshawn Judkins, running back, Ohio State. Mason Taylor, tight end, LSU.
Depending on what you do with Ingram, could come and play.
Travion Henderson, running back, the Ohio State. So
if you listen, if you could pick the right one of those, the running game needs to be upgraded. I think if we put it all in the O line, it's a mistake. I think Etienne and Bigsby are just okay.
Carson Schwessinger, linebacker from UCLA.
All right.
Josh Connerly, offensive tackle, Oregon. Joshua Farmer, D-tackle, FSU. And Jack Sawyer, edge from Ohio State.
Man, I see a lot of FSU guys in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Defensively, especially, right?
Well, I've seen a corner in this guy. That's it.
I saw another one, too.
Saw another one? I've seen 2. So, but 2, if you have 2 in the top 39, you damn sure shouldn't be 2 and 10.
For sure, yeah.
So, here's one. T.J. Sanders, defensive tackle, South Carolina at 42.
It's okay, and there was something. You got an interior offensive lineman you can feed me.
Well, maybe we can move the Oregon
maybe a
tackle
third rounder. Yeah, tackle. Yeah. Oof. Again, this is the difficulty. We have so many needs. You could give me a dominant player at any position, and he would help this football team.
He would help us anywhere.
Yeah,
anywhere.
Right. Even the positions that were okay.
He's got Malachi Starks ranked at 33rd.
Really?
I've seen him much higher than that.
I was going to say, it's kind of low.
This could be a Sticks Jeremiah. This is what I think. Luther Burden, 32nd. I've seen him in top 10 in some mocks.
I will say this. If the Jags are picking 37th and Luther Burden's still on the board, I would suggest taking him.
I wouldn't think he'd be there. Interior offensive lineman Donovan Jackson at Ohio State, 31st. Had a couple tough reps against Abdul Carter. They love Abdul Carter, boy. Where's Sticks got Abdul Carter? He's got him number 1. Electric edge rusher, average height and bulk, elite burst, ability to flatten at the top of the rush. A lot of early wins because of that speed. Nifty swipe, rip move. If tackle's overset, he senses it, crosses their face for immediate pressure sacks. A natural ability to retrace underneath when quarterbacks climb the pocket. Can press out and control tight ends at the point of attack. He's a blur when chasing plays down on the backside. Overall, Carter can take over and completely wreck an offensive game plan. He demands attention on every snap and is going to free up everyone else around him.
What
I'd like him to fall to 5.
You know what's amazing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. That scares me. The body type and the fit.
Fit?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's Josh Allen's position, right? The lighter defensive.
We're playing 3 guys, man. Moving Trayvon in some. I mean,
I've got 2.
Rocking and rolling.
It may be the position that I have my 2 best players. I got so many to our point that we just
We don't
had.
sack the quarterback.
But those 2 do.
You're going
to play 3 of them at the same time? You are. How are you going to get them on the field at the same time?
Trayvon right inside.
Dude, our guys didn't have Trayvon and Josh Allen on the field at the same time
Our
30%
guys
of the
sucked.
time.
Sorry, Junie Bub.
No, I got you.
So.
Well, I was just going to make a point prior to that.
Yeah. Well, I don't like you talking down Abdul Carter.
No, I'm not talking him down at all. Here's what I want to know. These same guys, their value boards, like when did this incredible jump happen?
Well, it always happens this way.
Did it happen in the playoffs? Well, these guys, there have been boards put out in October and
I don't know. Was he on the boards?
Yeah, he's on the boards, but he wasn't number 1 with all these. Did they just discover him? I mean,
they love Tyler Warren too. That's another kid they love. He looks slow to me, but that maybe because he's Penn State in the all white unis. All Penn State players look slow, don't they?
Yeah. yeah, fair. Yeah, the white uniform, black shoes always did it too.
I don't know what it is, but that's how it is.
Poor O.J. McDuffie. He probably was a 4.4. He looked like a 4.9.
Sorry, O.J. Sorry, Saquon.
Yeah, right? Saquon. This just in. He's quick.
Yeah. All right, we'll do this. The quarterback whisperer in the house.
Nice.
Kick it around with him. See what he's got for
That's next on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust him for all your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Like Knights of the Round Table, talking sports.
I challenge you to a duel.
XL Prime Time. Afternoons 2 to 4.
Put your swords away for a second.
On 1010 XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way, right? We start adding up that money we pay monthly, those premiums, and we go, man, that's a lot of money. So if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. And that's what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris Kaprosky take care of all of our insurance needs with Goosehead Insurance, whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat. Listen, when something happens, you call them, they get you answers right away. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. They're unbelievable. It's customer service, 2 words that sometimes get, I don't know, people don't pay attention to it, but the Kaproskis certainly do. It's important to them. And I speak from experience. I use the Kaproskis for all of my insurance needs. I've turned my young adult children to the Kaproskis. Get an insurance checkup today. Easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com or call 478-8422. That's Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com or call 478-8422.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. AC replacement? If your AC unit is ready to go kaput, then it's time to call Florida Home AC. With over $3,000 in tax credits waiting for you on select systems, take advantage of it. Call 777-4300. Get Florida Home AC to cool you off.
DUI? BUI? Don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 2854-LAW. That's 2854-LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO, a concert celebration featuring the music of Electric Light Orchestra. It's February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boat Cierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Hey, gang, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology, man. You know I've been talking about Beaches Dermatology for a while, man. Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, man, fixtures in the Jacksonville community. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Staff at Solano Road, always like to give them a shout-out because they've always been great to me, take good care of me. I've been going there for a lot of years, man. A lot of different locations now to serve you. Beaches Dermatology, wants to remind you, though, even in the winter months, man, that sun comes out, you're playing golf, man, cover up those ears, man. Put on that hat, long sleeve dry fit, whatever it takes. Protect that skin from the sun. If something should show up on the skin and you say, that looks different, get it checked out. Don't wait. That's the key. Don't wait. Get it checked out. Go online at beachesdermatology.com. Make an appointment today online at beachesdermatology.com.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Prize Picks. Liam Cohen, the new head coach of the Jaguars, met with the fan base on Thursday evening to let them know he's already started his duties.
Hitting the ground running, trying to hire the best staff possible, put these players in the best position to be successful, and it starts there.
Florida's upcoming 4 opponents are all ranked in the top 25. The first match is against the 8th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers tomorrow. Head coach Todd Golden, this game holds significance regarding tournament seeding.
And I think if we can somehow find a way to win on Saturday at this time, should be one season.
Listen to the game live tomorrow morning starting at 11:30 on 1010 XL AM. Jacksonville Icemen will begin a 2-game series this evening against the Savannah Ghost Pirates at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Puck drops at 7. In the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Los Angeles Kings on Thursday night. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 8:03 and it's 60 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, the man's here, the legend, Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer. We're talking all things signal callers, lots of stuff going on, but I want to focus in on a guy. It's always fun. I don't know what I love. I love everything about the evaluation stuff, but the first guy that came up that was interesting to me at the Senior Bowl is Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Fast riser.
Yeah.
Where do you, how do you
riser
envision?
thing's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's been producing for a couple years.
Right. But yet he wasn't in anyone's.
Yeah. Well, this class is
Will Jackson Dart be better than either Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward at the NFL level? Is there a chance that he could be?
Sure, there's a chance.
Right.
There's a chance. I mean, this is such a weird class, man.
Right.
I don't think there's any guarantees in this class.
Right.
There's never a guarantee, but I don't even think we're really going in with any guarantees. I think Jackson is as good as anybody in this class.
Okay.
I think he's got great film, good decision making.
Why was he unnoticed? What's the knock on him, maybe, or why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not real sure. I don't know if it was like I think the system thing's going away. Right. Like you don't hear much of that anymore.
Right.
I'm not real sure. It was one of the greatest jinx jobs I've ever seen in my life is our group text between me and Will and Tom, partners at Cortex. During the Florida game, Will texts and he's like, "Yo, Jackson Dart's legit." And then he throws 3 picks. Like literally right after that text. Biggest jinx job I've ever
tell
seen.
him I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I mean I don't know what the knock on him would be.
Right.
The easy knock for everybody to talk about is arm strength.
Mm-hmm.
But is he Anthony? No.
Mm-hmm.
Is he capable? Yeah. Like he throws the ball on time. He knows where he's going with it. He's got plenty of zip on it. He's got, as far as I can tell, he throws a great deep ball. Like I don't know. I don't see anything that would be
He's a willing runner.
Yeah.
He ran a lot at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He's athletic.
And he played in big games.
Played in big games.
Big games at Ole Miss and played well in them for the most part.
Yeah.
So I'm not real sure what the knock on him is. I think as we get deeper into this process. It's interesting how people forget about things. Like I think about the Jalen Milroe in the week that he's had.
I was going to bring him up next.
All he's got to do is go to the combine and go 4.4.
They won't care.
And nobody will even care.
The Senior
about
Bowl will
this.
be forgotten.
No. As long as
What about the hands? They're small. They're under 9.
Okay, that's a great. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay, good.
Okay, because there's a lot of things that can factor into that. You got grip strength, you got hand size, but then some people, and no, people listening aren't gonna be able to see this, but when they measure hands, you press your hand down like this.
Right. You want it? Yeah.
But some people have a pinky that don't do that.
Okay.
So and I'm not saying this is anybody there, but I know somebody who got just chastised for this a couple years ago.
Okay.
And so I did a little digging. And like when he puts his hand down, his pinky won't come out, but when he puts it on a surface like a ball,
it looks fine.
It comes out.
Okay.
Like the pinky will come out. And so then at that point, it's a bigger hand. So until I actually has anybody ever seen this guy have any trouble gripping a ball?
No.
No. So what's the thing? Like he's strong as an ox.
Why do they measure it then?
Why do they measure?
Why
a
do
lot
they
of
run
things?
40s? Why do they without uniform, without the gear on? Why
do you take a point away for it? Sure.
Okay.
Is it a topic of conversation? Yeah. When you're talking about 24 hours a day, sure.
Yeah.
Does it have any effect? I don't know. I mean,
I got another one for you.
Okay.
I read this week. There's no way this can be possible.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Threw a football. 74 miles an hour. Patrick Mahomes. Who were the other names? The big name. Josh
Milton,
Allen.
Joe
Milton, 62.
How was it measured?
It had to be measured differently.
It's literally 10 miles an hour faster than the highest
12
reported.
miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm going to ask you.
I'm with you on
is
that.
a 74 mile an hour pass an attribute for a quarterback? That's what I told Dan. You didn't know who wants to throw it that fast.
I mean, it's a trait. It shows arm strength. It shows arm speed.
Well, does he have?
But you're not. I'm with you on this. I don't know. I'm not calling anybody a liar, but I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
I need to see that throw, and I need to see how it's measured. These mile per hour things are interesting too. Like at the combine,
74.9 for context.
Wait.
Yeah. 74.9, and you're telling me he throws it faster than Josh Allen and Patrick
video
Mahomes?
of that 74.9?
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
Yeah, me too. The way they measure mile per hour at the combine, is it's so old. They have this huge pad.
They have a motorcycle, and he comes.
No, they just have this huge pad, and you're like me to the wall from it.
Yeah.
And you just throw as hard as you can.
Right. And it just pops up. Like the jugs gun.
Yeah, right.
Like if you go to the Braves game and in the concourse, you do
Correct. No accuracy measure, nothing like that. And then the other thing, like if I want somebody to open up and see how hard they can throw, I'm going to put somebody 40 yards down the field. I'm not going to have them throw at something 10 feet in front of them, right? I know Anthony hit like mid 60s, high 60s in a game this year on like a dig route.
Okay.
I have a hard time believing that Dylan Gabriel's arm is stronger than Anthony Richardson or Josh Allen's or anybody else's like that or Patrick Mahomes. Really hard time.
Is there any studies on why left-handers just look like they throw it softer?
No, it's so interesting.
It really is. I don't know what it is. It just looks softer coming out. I mean, okay, say let's all agree 74.
Okay, well, let me ask him one more question.
But even if it's up there with those things, it's just hard to believe because of that lefty. It just doesn't look like he throws with that kind of zip.
I think the combine record is 62.
Yeah, it is. That's what we said yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this question then. If Dylan Gabriel threw it 74.9, if Dylan Gabriel threw it 70, if Dylan Gabriel threw it 68, why isn't he higher rated?
Well, that's what I was going to say. If Dylan Gabriel,
because
he
he's
threw
got
the ball
stats
on a route, 70-something miles per hour, then that shows a trait that nobody else in the history of football has ever had.
Right.
And he's an accurate thrower.
And if you're on this hash and you're throwing over there,
why isn't he higher to begin with anyway? What am I missing on him? We don't include him up there. He's ultra productive everywhere he's been. He's accurate. Why?
I guess it's size.
What, 6'1", 6'8"?
What he measured.
Is he got some Purdy in him? Let's forget this erroneous.
I don't know him, but I'll tell you this. I saw him at the Manning camp and thought he was the best thrower there.
Okay. 6'1" and 7/8 at the Senior Bowl. 226.
That's not
it's not size at all.
Hand 9.5, arm 30 1/4, wingspan.
I don't know what any of those mean. It's strange to me that he would be so far behind Ward and Sanders and Dart even.
Yeah, I mean, most
I just
productive
don't-
of all of them, right?
Where here's
This guy won everywhere he went.
Didn't he end up with records? NCAA records? I think like touchdown record.
I mean, he's got the stats. He's got the winning. He's got the 74 mile an hour
fastball.
I mean, what are we missing? He's not a runner.
I
Is
mean,
that it? That can't be
as
just
much of
it
a runner
anymore.
as Jackson is,
it's
isn't he?
not enough. Neither is Bryce Young.
Right.
He's bigger than him. Why would Bryce Young be the number one pick?
Yeah.
And this guy's not even in the first round. Make it make sense, Denny. You're the quarterback.
No,
whisperer.
I can't make it make sense
it make
because
sense.
well, I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a second because I think we make this way too hard. Like you have, and I've said this before, you have the tools now to make evaluations, but we've got this old school mentality in football that they don't have in baseball and golf and all that. I just know when I see it. No, you don't. Like the science is, I can put a guy in motion capture. I can tell you exactly what he does, how he moves, how he throws, where he's missing power, how much is left in the tank for him. I can then put him on a cognitive test and tell you everything that he thinks well. Then I can plug in his film and I can tell you how he reacts and how he picks things up. It's not that difficult. Now, it requires development. It requires drafting a guy and a fan base and a coaching staff that's not going to fire him within 3 years or 4 years. But the core is there. Golf, Stafford, like the list goes on and on and on and on of guys who they had the traits, Baker, and then it just took a little bit of time to get it out of them.
Right.
I'm going to give you guys a list of quarterbacks.
155 touchdowns. He played 6 years, by the way.
I know.
Threw 30 and 6 this year. 30 touchdowns, 6
He's
picks.
won pretty
Threw for
much.
3,857 yards, 72.9% completion percentage. I don't
I don't know why
I
he's
don't get
not
it.
more highly touted.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm still stuck. I've been looking at stuff since we talked about this year's quarterback class at the very beginning and how high they may go. And I'm of the opinion if there is any chance that they're going to be a great player, then you take them.
Yes.
Where would Brock Purdy? Where should he be drafted?
What we know
Knowing
now?
what we know now, where should Brock Purdy?
Top 5.
He should have been top 5. That draft that year, the Giants would have been well served at number 5 rather than even though Thibodeau has gotten better. Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson, Derek Stingley, Jr. Sauce Gardner, pretty good 4 to start there, and even Kayvon Thibodeau, but you can almost argue any team with a quarterback need right now didn't take Purdy. Now, let me give you another list. You ready? Who's the best among this group of quarterbacks? Skylar Thompson, Chris Adoluakan, the guy you were talking about yesterday, Hick, Sam Howell, Matt Corral, Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder, Kenny Pickett. Who's the best of that group? Skylar Thompson, Oladipuan, Sam Howell, Matt Corral, Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder, Kenny Pickett.
I'd say Willis or Pickett.
I think I'd say Howell.
Yeah, maybe Howell.
But he had to sit this year. He was, but
he's a back. I mean, I don't.
Those are the only
They're all
1, 2, 3,
backups.
4, 5, 6.
None of them are any
Those,
good.
those
They're
are,
all backups. Except for
Those
one.
are the 7 quarterbacks that were taken in 2022 before Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. With all due respect, the people in your profession don't know a hell of a thing what they're doing.
I completely agree.
The NFL is run by a bunch of guys aren't any smarter than your 8th grader who can take a football card and throw a dart. So the genius of the NFL is so overstated. Pickett, Ridder, Willis, Howell, Matt Corral, Oladipuan, Skylar Thompson, all these guys went. I mean, if you have any kind of need, you take them. They all went before Brock Purdy. You're just a bunch of morons.
Yeah, and let's be honest about Brock Purdy. San Francisco missed on him, too.
For sure. There was half the staff wanted the special teams guy.
What I'm saying is if in the 7th round,
Right.
the last pick,
Yeah,
and he's
correct.
You missed, too.
Right. Same thing with Brady. You all missed. Nobody, they don't get extra credit. You missed him 5.5 rounds. So
Right. No, that's
But
what I'm saying. It's so old and antiquated the way that they evaluate people, and it just don't need to be.
how far do you guys think you got to go back to find a draft where you didn't get a solid NFL starting quarterback? Has it happened recently? I don't have the answer here. I'm just wondering. My point is,
that one
if you're
where
hesitant to draft a quarterback this
Locker, that one.
year, did anybody emerge?
Ponder, remember that one?
Was that 2011?
Wow,
that would be my
one.
that one sticks in my
But
head.
I wonder, like that one, like Purdy's draft had a guy later.
Yeah. It's a especially this class. It just feels like there's about 8 guys that are all bunched together.
Oh, Cam Newton went in that one. So.
Well, yeah. See, I bet you every single one. I bet you every class.
Colin Kaepernick was in that one.
That's why it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, to not take. And by the way, I'm not saying a 7th rounder you take like in the top 3. That's not my point. But if there are those quarterbacks that have if you have a quarterback need, if you're the Titans and you have a quarterback need and you go with the defensive end from Penn State and the first quarterback goes 4 or 6, haven't you made a mistake? Like, that quarterback, if he is a 4th or 6th best player, is so much more valuable than any defensive end you could ever draft.
Yeah, 100% agree. I just think what we're all questioning is the ability to evaluate.
Right? To evaluate him correctly.
Yeah, because if you take that guy that was 4 or 6 at 1 and he is not any good, then, it's a massive mistake. I do think you have to believe in the guy that you're drafting, and especially at the quarterback position. Looking at the receiver position, can they ball out? That's the only question you have. Will they show up and can they ball out? At quarterback, like that's the face of, you got to know everything about it. You got to know work ethic. You got to know how the brain works. Literally, you got to know what makes them tick, who they are as a person.
But in the end, it's just a guessing game.
It is.
You go on as much
educated
pieces of the puzzle. It's educated, but you still don't know.
The biggest piece you don't know is how they're going to react after they got drafted. Not like everybody can say, "Oh, I'm built for this." But, man,
like,
that's a lonely world out there, man. That's some pressure.
Would we have known, the Raiders guy, drink the purple. What's my guy?
Marinovich.
No.
The Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
Would we have known today, or would he have still been the first pick in the draft?
He still would have been the first pick because the traits were so extreme.
The traits were unbelievable.
But that's the perfect example. Nobody would have known that Jamarcus Russell was literally going to refuse to watch film.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, that's the part that you can't scout is what are they going to do when the pressure gets here and these fans go crazy and you can't go out to eat and you can't, like, what happens then?
Mm-hmm.
And you just don't, you don't know that till you get in it. But I do think that the position is evolving. This is the good thing.
Okay.
I'm not trying to set Jeff off on this.
No.
This is the good thing about where college is at from an evaluation standpoint. Is now you at least get to see what they do with some money and how they react to that and how they react to success. And then you can, that's being factored into draft status.
I'd rather see how my guy reacts to being hungry.
Well, because they're getting money now.
That's the way all this worked.
Is DJ Lagway a first-round pick right now?
Yeah.
Would you say? Guess.
Yes, based on traits, yes.
Based on traits.
He's still got some things to do.
All you need to know about the difficulty of the quarterback or the incompetence of those that are grading is the best quarterback in the history of the league went in round 6, and the best quarterback in the game right now went number 9, picks after Mitch Trubisky.
And
dudes don't know what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible.
Can I re-answer the DJ?
Yes.
He's top 5.
Okay.
He's a top 5 pick if he continues to develop the way he is because his traits are unreal.
Like, just a few years ago, Zach Wilson convinced a franchise, the New York Jets, based on, like, a throw at the...
He had a good season.
At a workout.
He had a good season. He had a good season.
Who did he play?
I know, I got
Remember,
you.
he didn't play.
I know. But he had decent tape, but you are right.
Why did he miss? Because he will never be a it's pretty clear.
Well, I think there's a couple things. I think the NFL failed him a little bit.
Fit is important.
Yes. Yeah. So I think he was
You can get thrown to the wolves a little bit.
A little bit. And I don't know Zach at all, but my guess is he would tell you that he probably also handled it wrong, the pressure wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what comes up.
But the people who draft them, and we used to argue about, not even argue, in this day and age, Anthony's a perfect example. If you get drafted high, you ain't sitting.
Nope.
It just almost never happens. Only reason J.J. McCarthy sat was because he got hurt this year.
Yeah.
It almost never, if you're drafted in the top 10 as a quarterback, the demand for you to be out there. And here's where the NFL fails you. They go play in the preseason games where nobody cares, and it's like a scrimmage, and they put up these numbers. And, oh, my God, did you see our guy?
Yep.
He was 8 for 8 for 98 yards and a touchdown.
Oh, I know.
He's ready.
I know.
Well, no, he's not. It has nothing to do with
Kenny Pickett had the greatest preseason ever. He had a perfect rating through preseason 2 years ago.
There you go. There's too many examples of that.
Yeah. But
Trevor had the best preseason rating this year.
Yeah.
He was unstoppable. Our offense was unstoppable in the preseason.
Yeah.
Efficient.
I said this earlier in the week. If you look at the Final Four teams,
yes,
just got done playing,
yes,
they've all done an amazing job of committing to their quarterbacks and building around them based off of their strengths.
The other Super Bowl quarterback, by the way, that's real smart NFL, he came in round 2, all you brainiacs that blistered through a whole first round.
But look what they did with him. Look what they've done with Lamar. Look what they've done with Josh Allen. They have figured out how to build around these guys, and they have made a commitment to them that everything we do offensively is going to be to your strength.
Took a long time.
It does take
and it may or may well end up proving to be right or wrong. We're still waiting on Lamar to make a Super Bowl. We're still waiting on Josh Allen to make a Super Bowl.
Well, still, but they're having oodles of success.
But Lamar's not having success in the playoffs. His teams are losing to teams averaging 20 points a game. It's taken 30 to beat Josh Allen and Burrow and these other guys.
Jeff, I agree with you, but man, that's a tough standard. And I understand the standard's the standard. Standards are ring, but my gosh, like
go to the playoffs every year to me.
This is a 2-time MVP.
Yeah, he's putting on a gold jacket.
I'm not.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. And you're 1,000% right.
I'm suggesting that it may or may it's great at producing MVP and Madden ratings and everything else. It's not winning football. The Ravens aren't succeeding.
I'll take it here.
Of course you will. until you have it for 4 years and then you fire a guy like Tom
but
Coughlin.
You can't base it all on just that. Dan Marino never succeeded then.
I'm telling you, I can base it on questioning whether developing your offense around a running quarterback is going to win in the playoffs. Because I got a 2-time, maybe 3-time MVP who can't make the Super Bowl with great teams and number 1 seeds.
I think you're...
Wow. Who do you put it on then?
No, it's not on
anybody. I'm just saying you're like... You can't just be that cut and dried on Lamar Jackson like he hasn't had.
This is not a Lamar Jackson. Denny made a statement that NFL teams are building their offenses around that skill set.
Yeah.
I would
No. Around the skill set of whatever their quarterback is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would suggest that the evidence shows that if you're a 2-time MVP.
If Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl this next Sunday.
Sure.
He's not near the thrower that Lamar is.
100%.
Well, then they built their team around Jalen Hurts. They're a ground game. They got Saquon. They got an offensive line. So they built around his strengths.
You know what?
They run a play where Jalen goes back to pass. Saquon runs up the middle as a lead
they
blocker,
went and got a top.
He follows him in.
and that's and your argument has wins half the fight.
Yeah.
But a team that built through the run game, traded for A.J. Brown, drafted Devontae Smith, number 6 overall, took a tight end Dallas Goedert in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So I would suggest, and just signed Saquon a minute ago.
Yeah.
So they haven't built around, and they were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago with Jalen Hurts. They haven't built their team around his style.
I think they have.
Yeah.
I think they have.
Again, trading for A.J. Brown and taking Devontae Smith top 6 don't indicate a commitment to a running quarterback.
No, but that's
team.
not. No, hold on. I don't mean like they run. You look at their offense makes sense. You just named Dallas Goedert as a top 5 tight end in the league. Big target.
Around that.
Yeah, big target, reliable blocker, like all those things. A.J. Brown is a vertical threat. Like they have just constructed their team. You look at their personnel and you look at the way Baltimore does their personnel, and it just fits what Jalen does great. It makes him elite at those things. That's all I'm saying. They don't have to reach down into what Jalen doesn't do well because they control the clock. They've got a good defense.
Yeah.
Like all those things they built around so that Jalen could have some success. Now, however you measure success, whether that is playoffs or Super Bowl wins, that's a whole different thing. But these teams are highly successful based off the way that their general manager has constructed their team. And their coach has built a system around it. That's the question for Liam Cohen right now.
Right.
I know you know ball. I know Liam.
Right.
He knows ball. He's a ball coach.
Okay.
But do you know how to use Trevor? And how much of this team leans into what Trevor does well? And if they don't, you got to get rid of them. Point blank, period.
Right. Good stuff today, Denny.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I enjoyed it. That's Denny Thompson. He's the quarterback whisperer, kicking it around with us right here on The Drill. Stay with us. More next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
You demanded more of us. You demanded perfection. But we have won every single game we have played till now. So this team is perfect. We stepped out on that field that way tonight. That's how we want to leave it.
1010XL.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalade.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 and fee and resist all on approved credit.
Billy Currington and Kip Moore live in concert. Friday, June 27th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Billy Currington, Kip Moore with Jade Eagleson. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at AXS.com. Don't miss Billy and Kip live.
It all begins with Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health, February 12th through 16th. The Daytona 500 is sold out, but you can still win a 4-pack of tickets to all the other Speed Weeks races. What anniversary of the Great American Race does 2025 mark? Text the anniversary number to 641-1010. What anniversary of the Great American Race does 2025 mark? Text the answer to 641-1010 for a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to Speed Weeks races. Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
The big game is almost here, and Sonny's Barbecue wants you to win a barbecue feast. Text Sonny's to the text line brought to you by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010 for your chance to win. 641-1010.
Hey gang, Prosser here, and I've been telling you for years about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Lifetime Enclosures right now running an awesome special for January. Get a complete enclosure done, get free flooring. Now, that can save you some money. If you just need flooring, Lifetime Flooring also running a buy one room, get the second room free. Once again, only for January. Now offering flooring coating as well. So give them a call. I know I did. Visit their showrooms just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What's happening, folks? It's me, your boy E.T. here. And don't let Valentine's Day sneak up on you. Plan the perfect romantic getaway in Clay County. Stay at one of Clay's beautiful Airbnbs or in luxury at the Club Continental, a boutique riverfront retreat, and treat your special someone to an unforgettable dinner at the Hilltop Restaurant. Trust me on this one. Clay County is the perfect spot for romance. Start planning today at exploreclay.com and tag those romantic moments with hashtag ExploreClay. Come on, somebody.
The housing market is as busy as ever on the First Coast. And if you've moved in or moved on, make sure you have a team of trained electricians ready to help. American Electrical can make sure you're up to date electrically and maximize your living experience. Smart home automation services, home theater systems, outdoor and dock lighting, and backup generators. American Electrical can do it all. A team you can trust with highly trained technicians ensuring you have the best living experience. American-Electrical.com, a leader on the First Coast and powered by professionalism.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working and the next minute it's not working. Every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. It's 8:31 as we head into the Super Bowl week. The greatest Super Bowl player of all time is Tom Brady. I was looking at his record against every NFL team. Tom Brady is undefeated, Jeff, against only...
It's got to be NFC teams.
Only one,
I'm surprised
2, 3 teams.
How can you, in all seriousness, you quarterback for 20-something years, almost every game. How in the world can you be undefeated against anyone? Are they 5 or 6 games max?
Yes.
They're all 5 or 6-0. I mean, I don't know how to get Washington.
Washington was 5-2.
Okay,
5-2.
Tampa
4-0.
Okay, got one. I'm gonna go Atlanta.
He was 11-1.
11-1. Wow, that's a lot of meetings with the Falcons, huh?
Yeah.
But he got
Tampa.
I forgot about
Tampa.
those. He must have beat them. I'd have forgot about that. I wouldn't have gone with them. I mean, I'm going to assume they're bad teams, right? NFC, another bad. The Lions.
The Lions. He was. Where are the Lions? 5-2. 5-2.
The Cardinals.
He was 2-1. One of them is a trick question. One of the teams that he's undefeated against because he only played them once.
New England. Yeah, I would have never got that.
And the Vikings, 6-0.
But I got the Tampa, right? It's funny. The 2 teams he's undefeated are 2 he played for.
Yeah. And then, but here's what's...
He's 13-0 against someone?
No.
Oh.
33-3 against Buffalo.
Yeah. No.
31-8
Buffalo
against
Thompson,
the Jets. 24-12 against the Dolphins. 16-4 against the Colts.
Who beats him the most? Steelers?
9-9 against the Bronx.
9-9, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Go for you,
Yeah.
Peyton. Go, Peyton.
That's his worst record.
What about the Steelers? How have they done? I feel like they're
12-4.
Wow.
Yeah. 8-6 against the Chiefs. 8-5 against the Ravens. 8-4 against the Panthers. 8-1 against the Jags.
I remember the one. I can recall the 8 if I need to.
The one was the Keelan Cole game.
Right. We made that the one-handed grab over there on the sideline. Life was good, 3-1, and man, we are on our way.
Is that the greatest catch in Jags history?
It's up there. Yeah, it's up there. High, one-handed, right side, left sideline. Beautiful grab. You know how every year, sometimes a certain song is sung every year? I think of like Christmas carols, or maybe it's Happy Birthday, but a certain time of year, there's a familiar song that's going to be sung.
Yes.
I got a new familiar song that we're apparently just sing now every year about this time. It's called I Ain't Got Nobody. It's the snubbing of Trae Young. It's become a yearly occurrence now.
Yeah, why is
this
that?
dude's going to run out there with 28 points a game and 12 assists, and the league's going to say, no, you're not an all-star. Let me put some of these jackasses in the game. Yeah. Man, you want to fix the all-star game?
I will say this.
Let somebody who watches the league maybe pick the teams, because this is awful, dude. Trae Young is perfect for the all-star. What makes it worse is he's perfect for the all-star game.
Do they not like Trae Young?
I don't know.
Because he's having his most well-rounded year. He's
having a great year by any standard. If his numbers were being put up by any other guard in the league, wouldn't he be on the team?
There are other snubs this year. And here's the thing you got to remember about the All-Star game this year. It's gotten even more Pro Bowl-like.
Well, and
they're doing 4 teams, aren't they?
Most of the snubs, though, include guys like Doncic and Boncaro and Leonard and because
Sabonis.
they've been hurt.
What about Sabonis?
Sabonis is a lot.
He gets snubbed every
He
year.
and Trae Young are the two biggest snubs.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball's having a great year.
LaMelo Ball should be in the All-Star game. Plus, he's young, he's hip, he's cool.
The problem is not to me too is some of Maxi's having a great year, 27 a game. He's not in the All-Star game.
Yeah. I think they.
This guy Norman Powell over
By
for
the way,
Clippers.
Pross, the coaches picked him.
That's weak.
I'm pretty
man.
sure the coaches picked him.
I mean, who are actually? And what makes it worse is I was looking at some of the guys that are actually on the team, and it's weak. Hold on. There's just some guys on there. Baloney. You're not in the All-Star game this year. Sorry. A couple of those guys are.
Melo is, though, isn't he?
Melo ain't in the All-Star game.
What?
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
And I get the starters. You know, you want to vote LeBron and Durant in. I get it. They're actually going to take some spots. You know, does Anthony Davis belong in the All-Star game this year? I don't know what kind of year he's having. Maybe he does. James Harden? Huh? James Harden is in the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Jaren Jackson Jr.? Everyone loves Alperen Sengun from Houston. Come on, man. I mean, I get recognizing some of the good players on good teams, but Pascal Siakam for the Pacers, really? He's an All-Star, is he? Huh? Damian Lillard an All-Star this year? Tyler Hero an All-Star?
Right.
Darius Garland? I got news for you. Unless was he voted a starter? Spider. Is Spider a starter?
Spider should be.
Yeah, I think he is.
He better be, because if you put I mean, certainly you didn't put Darius Garland in the All-Star game, and you don't have Spider in there. So he must have been voted. Yeah, Garland, Mobley, and Mitchell, the only team to get 3 players in. And I got no problem with that. I mean, the best team. Oklahoma City should be rewarded as well, but some of these guys, man, come on.
Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, the All-Star games become, it's just.
I just Trae Young shit. And I'm not the biggest Trae Young fan, and I know the Hawks aren't having a great year. If you lead the league in assists while averaging 28 a game, you're an all-star, man.
Straight up.
Period. End of story. It's 2 years in a row they've done this.
Mm-hmm.
He had great numbers last year, but historically good this year. The fact that Harden's in the All-Star game should make you skip the game. I mean, I'm not even kidding. If they're going to put James Harden in, you should send a message to the NBA that you're not watching. I got to see Harden's numbers. I mean, I 21 points a game and 8 assists, shooting 39% on a team that's okay, not great, and you put him in the All-Star game. What has James Harden done, by the way, reputation-wise, to deserve a little extra? 21.7, that's 29th in the league. 8.4 assists is 6. It's about 3.5 behind Trae, and 39% from the field is 125th in the league. And the NBA says all-star.
That's former league MVP James Harden.
That's crap, man.
Beard.
That's the one. That's by far is the guy that shouldn't be on.
But it's not this. It's a different All-Star format now. So I don't even care.
I guess
I wouldn't even be bothered.
I don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they got like 4 different teams this year.
I think Caitlin Clark ran scared. By the way, I think you got to go shooting that 3-pointer.
I think so too.
Did last year.
Yeah, I think so too.
She's using the excuse that she wants to do her first 3-point contest at the WNBA game. It's at Indiana's home floor this year, but I don't know. It feels like a little.
Come on,
but it's also a lot to put on a rookie girl. Ionescu's been in the league 6-8 years. She's a grown A woman.
Yeah.
Where is the
shoot, man? Yeah. You know that.
Where is it?
What?
The All-Star game this year.
It's a good question. Is it Vegas?
The NBA All-Star game?
Yeah.
It might be in Vegas.
Phoenix. Yeah. I want to say it's out in the South. Dallas? Not Dallas. They would have put Kyrie in. Kyrie could have got in too. They didn't.
Yeah, Kyrie didn't.
He should be in over Harden.
Yeah.
The Harden is the worst.
NBA All-Star 2025 is at the Chase Center.
Dan Fran.
Where is that?
That's Steph's house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's out west. It's not far enough west.
Yeah. Let's do this. We got to catch up. We'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling right here on the drill.
By the way, somebody played Prize Picks last night because I got this text. Trae couldn't get 20 last night, though.
I feel you.
All right, man. Let's come back with more. It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL's Dan Hicken dominated Folio Weekly's Best of 2024. Best TV sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports show starring Dan Hicken. 1010XL. the home of Dan Hicken.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, you have children, you want to take care of your family, of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Henson and the Henson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matt is, but have you done your last will? Something you got to do, something you need to take care of. It gets your assets to the people that you choose. Also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Henson's your guy. He'll listen, help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Henson Law Firm. You got questions? Reach out to Matty. 904-527-1700, 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Yo, ET here from MyBookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name. Where the Kansas City Chiefs takes on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event too. If you're not on MyBookie, you're missing out, my boy. The action on the big game, betting with MyBookie goes beyond just picking the winner. There's all type of wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color Gator will be drenching the winning head coach? Even the length of the national anthem. MyBookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes MyBookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get that bread back. Whether you deposit with crypto or credit, your bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on big game boosted parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can all turn small bets into big wins. Use that promo code 1010XL and double that deposit bonus. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Imagine a place where the sun is always shining, the drinks are ice cold, and the food is bursting with flavor. Welcome to Hurricane Grill and Wings, where locals and visitors alike gather to weather this storm we call life. And you can escape there anytime you like. Today's forecast, hot, crispy wings with a 100% chance of frothy beers. Later, we're predicting big burgers and seafood tacos moving in. Even better with a Pepsi. HurricaneWings.com.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Crisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
The Florida Forum welcomes best-selling author and journalist Carl Hyacin, February 12th. Funds raised go to a Kids Care Mobile ICU, a neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicle. Kids Care vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,200 infants and children a year to Wilson Children's Hospital. Get your tickets at thefloridaforum.com or call 202-2886. 202-2886.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but also incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744. Hey, and if you mention Mia or Helmets and Heels, you'll qualify for free base molding. Call today or visit closetsbydesign.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the show. It's Friday.
Probably time to open the Ian Cunningham file, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like it's time to open the Ian Cunningham file.
Okay.
Schefter is reporting that feels like that's where they're going. Cunningham was close to the Titans job, I believe, their GM job, and didn't get it. And Ian Cunningham, who's been the assistant GM of the Bears the last 2 years, you'd be getting a guy who matriculated through the Ravens system. They're from 08 to 016, including sometime as an area scout. Then moved on to the Eagles. You like that GM there. So he's part of that Eagles, the director of college scouting for a couple of years, then the assistant director of player personnel for a couple, and then the director of player personnel for a year. Then on to the Bears, where he's been the assistant general manager for the last 2 years. A relatively young guy. This is an odd one on his wiki page. Born, you ready? 1985 or 86. Apparently they're unsure.
No one knows.
This is interesting about Ian Cunningham. His dad, his name was Lewis Cunningham.
I thought his dad was Richie Cunningham.
Well, no, nothing at all alike.
He's not from Milwaukee?
No, he was in
Randall.
Very
nice.
No, but his father, Lewis, was an agent at ProServe, representing Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing.
Oh. Bet there's a picture of Ian and MJ somewhere.
His second cousin is Arthur Ashe.
Okay.
So, yeah, went to Virginia, played there, played at Virginia, one of those cup of coffee in the NFL, and then on to
Mr. Cunningham, Dan Hicken, 1010XL. First question. How do you feel about short arms?
Right. Oof. Traits. Can you define traits for us, please?
Need to know about short arms, please.
I have maybe something that can put a little more clarification on this fastball thrown by Dylan Gabriel that the Senior Bowl has clocked at 74.9 miles per hour.
Oh, good.
This comes out from quarterback Sean McAvoy. Do you know him?
Sean McAvoy?
You know that name?
He was
on Twitter.
Actually, McAvoy, his famous name in the world of golf, won the U.S. Open as an amateur.
Here's what he says. He said, I'm sure 100 people have pointed this out already, but the speed that Zebra Technologies records at the Senior Bowl is an initial airspeed, which is way different than the way they record it at the Combine. Whatever that means.
And
what about the other?
All I know is this.
Compare it then to some other initial speeds.
Right. Can you just tell us can we just have one speed and measure the same way? There ain't no way in hell Dylan Gabriel is 12 miles an hour faster than Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or Joe Milton, for that matter. No way. So, anyway, it is what it is. What do you make of... I got to say this, man. If you're an if you're an athlete, maybe you got to stop with the massages or get a dude to massage you. I don't know what to tell you, but this world of massage doesn't seem to be
I'll
working
tell you what's
well.
happened to these shady massage parlors that are in some strip mall left of you have done great damage to like real massage people.
Mm-hmm.
And they really have. But I don't know where you are, where it ever. Like I've had professional massages, Dan. There is at no point where I feel we're at some sort of go stage. Mm-hmm. What are these people like? What is happening that people think? Okay, now it's time to let it loose. Now it's time to go Ole Miss football player on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, when does that happen? When does that like flash into your brain without any sort of lead up?
Yeah.
Are guys such dorks that they take a massage as to be some form of physical flirting?
Yeah.
Do they not understand what a massage is? Is that what happens?
The latest, in case you don't know, is Ravens kicker Justin Tucker accused of inappropriate sexual behavior by 6 massage therapists in the Baltimore area. Now, he lawyered up, and the lawyer quickly found another half a dozen massage therapists who said he's never been anything but professional. But
they could look.
And these are from years ago, 2012 to 2016.
That's way too long ago to bring something like this up.
Again, no criminal charges were filed at the time.
No complaints were filed.
I don't know.
There's way too much I don't know for that's to Justin Tucker's point. It is unfair. It's too bad. It's too bad you can't have a quiet like this. Can't go on and be determined before it becomes news because there's no way to know what's going on one way or the other.
Well, he did what I've always wondered if I've always said if you're accused of a crime or whatever it is you're accused of, he went on the offensive and immediately came out and said unequivocally false.
Never been accused of anything ever. He's not banned from anywhere. Listen, this far later, too, I don't trust mistaken identity for the massage girl. I mean, it could be a lot of things in play.
There's, again, now the 6, according to the article, the 6 who don't know each other all had kind of the same story to tell. Mm-hmm. So that makes you wonder, for sure. And I saw.
Also makes me wonder when the outlet reporting it is something called the Banner online that no one really. I mean, there's a lot here that's also dubious.
Yeah,
that's all.
Well, I think that somebody, and this is just from a journalistic side.
Yeah.
Somebody said this is great reporting, and my thought was, well, they didn't call Tucker till it was like an hour out of it going.
Yeah.
Them publishing it. Shouldn't you try to get his side of it?
Of course. Of course you should.
So it's not really great reporting. Great reporting is you tell the whole story.
I would say this. If Brandon McManus can be accused on a flight with a ton of people around of groping and grinding and the charges go away, you're going to tell me something that happened 7, 8, 10 years ago that no one has any proof of is going to stick?
Mm-hmm.
But I said the same things around Deshaun Watson when it came out too.
Right.
But I got news for you. There are too many young guys. We're way past this, Hick. Our demo's past. There's too many young guys driving around there today, and they see a massage place. It means one thing.
What's it mean?
And it's not getting ready for this weekend's game against the Steelers.
Oh, dear.
Or too many do, or some do. Whatever that number is, it's there. It's a reality. It's a thing. All right. Gabriel 74.9. Speed is 8th among the 48 quarterbacks at the Senior Bowl since 2018.
I mean,
when Zebra began working with the All-Star game with former Houston quarterback Clayton Tune, he threw at 76.8 to top the group that year. So, yeah, only 8th of 78 in the history of the Senior Bowl using this one. So there you go. Not as fast as those combine, but I got all kinds of guys here. Jalen Milroe threw 75.4. Memphis' Seth Hennigan led the quarterbacks at 76.6. So
I can't have this.
Gabriel wasn't even higher than Milroe. So
come on,
there you go.
There you go. Finally,
clean that mess up.
What a mess. What a mess. And it bothers me.
Well,
bothers me.
At least now we know that it didn't make sense, as we said.
Yeah. Well, I think we were right. Yeah.
Right.
So, anyway, just interesting to see going forward. So, I was looking at yesterday obviously one of the things we had talked about with Florida football is having a great deal of hope this year. That's real, legitimate hope. And there's a reason, man. They are deep in a lot of positions, and they return a lot of guys on offense, and the offensive line has got some older dudes playing, and there's some guys that I wish had come back but didn't. But, I mean, when you're talking about, obviously, and you don't even mention Lagway, forget him for just a second, but you've got guys like Eugene Wilson back, Aiden Mizell back. You've got this Dallas Wilson kid, this transfer from UCLA. So you have Tank Hawkins. You have a bunch of different receivers. The running backs, Jaden Baugh, Jacoby Jackson was really talented. And Trey Webb was having a nice year before he got hurt, and he'll be back as well. And then you got some young guys to mix in. Hayden Hansen is back for another year. He should be better. And then Barber, Harris, Slaughter, George, all back.
And the O-line was an improved part
Waits
of the
as
team.
well. All of them played a lot of football. The thing he should have done is
get a play caller, Dan. And the reason is his weakness of all weaknesses is in-game thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And having that on your plate is just too much thinking. It's going to bleed in and cost us.
I'm okay
and the
with
offense, by the way, Dan,
Yeah.
I looked.
Yeah.
We're wrong.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It was 11th in the league.
Well, yeah, but you got to factor in we had to play 2 games with a guy from Yale at quarterback.
Okay, take those out.
Well, we wouldn't have been 11th. Then we probably would have been, who knows?
I was just saying.
You also got to, wait a minute. You went through 3 different quarterbacks. Your third quarterback was hurt. I mean, there's some factors here involved in why they were not a bad offense. They were not a bad offense.
They're average offense.
I disagree. And I think they'll be explosive this year. And I think for whatever reason, why do you want to bring in a guy and make a young kid learn a whole new offense when you've got some repetition going with Lagway and a rhythm? I'm okay with that one. I'm
going to be okay until everything's flying through my dude's head and the play clock runs out or a timeout's called we don't have or we have 12 men on the field for special teams. I've just watched him fumble that in those times.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the offense, but and we'll agree to disagree on. I expected to see. I'm like you. Eye test watching the season. I thought the offense was well and good enough. But at the end of the day, the stats are the stats. And
but the stats aren't all that. Don't tell the whole story when you got Aiden Werner playing against Georgia and Texas.
I got you. Well, odds are against Georgia and Texas, those are going to be lower offensive outputs.
But everybody
anyway.
came out and said, "Listen, we would have beat Georgia if DJ Lagway played." That was the Gator drive. That was the Gator narrative. I don't whether you agree with it or not. That's certainly out there. Anyway. That's fine. On defense,
I mean, there's 60-something in the country. And I get it. I'm sure there are plenty of teams ahead of them that lost personnel, man. That's fine.
Went through 3 different quarterbacks? I doubt that. Go ahead and find them.
It's kind of misleading. Said we had a really good quarterback in Mertz for the couple games. We had a really good quarterback with him. We had 2 games where we didn't have a quarterback. It was terrible.
Well, you had DJ Lagway playing on one leg.
But he played, and they won.
But he couldn't run.
Well, okay.
That takes something out of it. Anyway.
It's a tough sell for me to be 11th in the conference and like 50th in the nation.
You're just sitting there dialing and living and dying by stats. You saw the games. You watched them.
I did.
George Gums be one of the edge rushers with Cameron James. Caleb Banks is back. Tyreek Sapp. So we got some stuff. You've got linebackers like Miles Graham, Pup Howard, Jaden Robinson. Plenty of defensive backs, man. So it'll be fun to see how these guys play, but experience too. So. Trey Smack is back as well, so that's good news too. So just anyway, some thoughts on the Gator football team going forward. Spring football not that far away. We'll take a break. Get ready for the 9 o'clock Nasty. It's coming up next right here on The Drill.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Now he's going to run. It's a draw. He's across the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
I'm Mark Brunell on 1010XL.
Home of the Jaguars. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? Experience, expertise, knowledge. That's Reed Wingate. That's Janice Cobb. That's Scott Regner. That's Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP Partners, man. You know what they do? They sit down with you individually, listen to you, and then they give you tell them what you want. They give you your strategy to get your goals met. And it's really easy to get in the game with ITB Partners. They're always there to help. For more info, simple. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Chris at ITBPartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. They're ITB Partners, gang. And they're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Leah here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new purchase from Arlington comes with their lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or at arlingtontoyota.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence can turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Learn more about the beautiful game of soccer and its impact on the River City.
What a beautiful thing to behold.
Get an hour of soccer talk on the Sporting Jack Soccer Hour.
That's all I want to know.
Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 1010 a.m.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. The 1010XL restaurant of the day.
Moss Fire Grill in Riverside. Happy hour 3 to 7 with drafts, margaritas, and handcrafted bites starting at only $5. Moss Fire Grill.
See you on the rooftop.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Guess what? We love rugs. We'll treat your fine Oriental rugs with tender, loving care they deserve. How about Gerard, the Zero Res rug cleaning manager, one of the few certified master rug cleaners in the state of Florida? If you want your rugs cleaned with tender, loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, have one rug washed and we'll wash a second rug free. That's right. Buy one, the second one on me. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now now, you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. During his meeting with the fans Thursday evening, Jaguar new head coach Liam Cohen provided insight on what type of team he intends to field.
This game is about toughness and how physically and mentally tough are we going to be, and that's going to set the tone.
Fifth-ranked Florida men's basketball team will travel tomorrow to face the 8th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers in Knoxville. Following their dominant victory last time, head coach Todd Golden urges his team not to become overconfident.
They're a great team, and we played really well against them for 40 minutes, but I also think we need to be humble enough to understand that it ain't going to be that easy.
Listen to the game live tomorrow morning starting at 11:30 on 1010 XL AM. Jacksonville University will face UNF in the River City Rumble tomorrow at Swisher Gymnasium. Tune in to 1010 XL AM at 6 to hear the game live. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:05, it's 64 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Time for a little ice, baby. The Jacksonville Icemen playing some good hockey of late. Really good hockey all season. Brandon Machinter, the head coach of the Icemen, joins us now. Morning, Coach. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Hey, just give us an overall view of where you think how you think the boys are playing right now. 24-15, third place in the South, but the South is always, you win one game, you move up two. It's so tight. But give me a feel for where you are. How satisfied are you with how the fellows are going right now?
You're never satisfied until you win that last game of the season, right?
Right.
That's when you're hoisting that cup. But no, I think we're definitely in a good spot. We're third in the division, one of the toughest divisions in the league. But definitely some stuff that we still need to work on and clean up. But definitely trending up.
Yeah, definitely trending up and playing home tonight against Savannah. Now, tell me about how your hockey experience obviously went all the way to the NHL. How does that help you as a coach? How do you rely on your play as far as coaching the guys?
For me, I like to coach through my experience. I think when you can relate to the players in that way, it's received a lot better. Yesterday we had a conversation just about practice habits and stuff like that. For me, being lucky enough to play with, some of the best teams, at that time where I was at with, New York, they're going to conference finals and Stanley Cup finals, and then same in San Jose. And, I was with the Chicago organization when they're in their little bit of their dynasty there. So I got to see firsthand some of the best players in the world and how they approached every day. It wasn't just playing hockey and having fun. It was, they came to work and they try to get better every single day. So for me, it's just kind of relaying that message to the guys, and not just practice habits, but just certain things in the game that happen and whatnot that I've seen in the past, and just try to, guide them in that way.
Brandon Machinter, our guest, he's the head coach of the Jacksonville Icemen. I would suspect, too, that you can tell. I mean, they're all trying to get as high as they can in the world of professional hockey. You climbed to the mountaintop, but you went through it. You paid your dues. You played a lot of quote minor league hockey. That part of it is probably a pretty good message that you can send to these guys as well, huh?
Yeah, I've had a couple cups of coffees So, just grinding through the American League and, the minors and just other leagues definitely helped me become, the coach that I am now. I know I'm still young at it and kind of green, but, you use those past experiences to help you through, what I'm going through now. And, it's still learning. Every day I'm still learning from the guys that we have here. So to me, it's one of those things that we're all in it together. And if they see that, I think you get more of a buy-in.
All right, I'm told to ask you this question, and we'll wrap it up with Brandon Machiner, the head coach of the Jacksonville Icemen. We got a promo tonight, retro night. Throw it back to the 80s and the 90s. So how come you're not in the video?
I can't explain that one. I'm just here to coach. I don't do any of the marketing.
Well, go get them tonight, man. Keep grinding through it. Big home game. We've had great crowds, right? We got a home ice advantage here in Jacksonville, don't we?
Yes, we do. It's the best crowd in the league, I think. Last game that we had here was, I think, around 12,000, just over 12,000. So it's great that we have the support from this community.
All right, Iceman home tonight. Go get him, Coach. Appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep, that's head coach Brandon Machiner joining us here. Iceman playing good hockey. They do every year, man. I'll tell you, those boys are committed to winning this damn Kelly Cup. But we got to chase down that dirty Florida Everblades, or got some sort of dynasty rolling over there, down there in the Fort Myers area. So got to figure that out, but we will. We will. I know Andy Kaufman is committed to it. He will not stop.
We're lucky, the quote-unquote minor league teams that we have. That Sharks coach will be in with us next week, Jason Gibson, and they have a good product year in, year out, compete for titles. We haven't been able to win that cup. You feel like the celebration and the appreciation, for the Iceman winning a cup would match anything the Shrimp or Sharks do.
Mm-hmm.
Home tonight, though, and it's a fun time. I keep threatening to get out to a game.
Oh, I love them. I go two a year, and they're fun, man. They're a good time.
Lit. I went to one last year. It was lit.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different game.
By the way, if I'll say this too.
In person, I mean, it's a different game.
If you can get down there on the ice, oh man, I mean, right on the board, on the glass,
sure, bang on it like a crazy person.
It's so much fun. That's a good.
The one thing I will say about this, if you watch hockey on television, it's better now with HD TV, and it's gotten, the technology's gotten so much better. It's easier to follow the game. I mean, there was a long time standard definition. If you put a hockey game on TV, good luck. You could never find where the puck was.
Mm-hmm.
But in person, you follow that puck and the action, you see so much more. Hockey, there's so much more going on in a hockey game than what it looks like on television. They're not constantly, they're often going in and out of off the ice, and you don't notice it because the action will be somewhere. So there's just a lot of, I'm surprised I'm surprised there's not more mistimed mistakes in hockey. Like not getting on or off the ice at the perfect timing that you allow openings and breakaways. It rarely happens, so it's just amazing to the preparation, that goes into playing. Jack's got a defensive coordinator yesterday. He comes over from Green Bay. Signs are pointing to perhaps the assistant GM of the Bears. Again, these names don't do much. They don't have their names will be made when they have big jobs like defensive coordinator and GM.
Heck yeah.
But all you can do is look at where a guy comes from, the kind of organizations he's been around, and what his individual department has done.
Mm-hmm.
And, as far as the coordinator, he's worked with groups that have fared well statistically in the categories that you would need him to.
Right.
So, that's how and look, obviously in Green Bay, the defensive coordinator could get credit for any of the stats that you assign to the linebackers coach and running game coordinator. But as the running game coordinator, his group was 7th best in the league, gave up less than 100 a game. We gave 135. I mean, you could have brought Grandma down. She'd have had a 5-yard run. Give it to her enough times.
Grandma?
Sure. If she's ready to bring it.
But tackle her softly, too.
If you tackled her.
Mm-hmm. Might have missed him.
Big game for Florida basketball tomorrow. You were on. I thought that I kind of gleaned from you that you don't. You think this one could get ugly, or you just?
No,
think it's
I just don't. I would. It's a tough spot. Tennessee's coming off a loss at home. It's a very important game to them. We hammered them. Now, unless we match up well with them, we beat them good in Gainesville. But it seemed like it was one of those days where we really got after that. That was after the Kentucky game, and questions about the defense. So I think Tennessee scored 43 on us. I think it was like 73-43. They're not a great shooting team, but they can have games and stretches where they are. I suspect they'll shoot it better at home tomorrow, especially coming off this last game. And so we'll see. But, yeah, it's a great opportunity for Florida. I mean, if they can go beat Tennessee, they can pretty much, put the stamp on we're better than you, and you guys will be the next tier seeded. We're fighting for a 2 seed right now.
Well, it's a tough game at Tennessee, and it's just another one of those quad one games. They get a lot of opportunity. Florida's had trouble picking up quad one wins or having quad one games the last few years. But the way the SEC is this year, just about every game you play qualifies as, either quad one or quad two at the very least. Todd Golden met the media yesterday, the first time since the Title IX investigation was put to a close. Happy to put it behind us, Golden said yesterday. Moving forward, we'll continue to have our full attention on our team. Then the game on Saturday. Look forward to talking about basketball now with you guys. Listen, he previously avoided.
It's not like he was talking about it before, though.
But he more than once he gave an update on why he couldn't talk about it.
Okay.
Quote, out of the respect, just a couple of weeks ago, out of the respect to the process. He also threatened legal action against the unnamed accusers. The school's University Athletic Association, the Golden, his attorney, released strong statements Monday with the coach saying the progress dragged on, attorney ripping complaints for leaking confidential material. He declined yesterday how to address plans to rebuild his reputation, but he did say, quote, to be honest, it's a very fair and real question. I'm simply not worried about that right now. My job is to make sure our team's prepared. My job is to make sure we're ready to go for Saturday. I'll worry about all that stuff later.
Yeah.
Golden's attorney, meanwhile, says the university's conclusion, quote, proves that the complaint was meritless. We'll see what Mrs. Golden thinks about all that.
Mm-hmm.
Lifetime ban from her would be understandable, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Just how far along that goes.
But, yeah, big game tomorrow up at Knoxville. So
and there's also,
had a week off, too, so there shouldn't be any kind of flat or tired or any of that nonsense.
Well, they haven't been for the most part. They've been excellent. They're 18-2 and number 6.
They come out of a game. And
you're unbelievable how you're so critical of this team.
Really looking forward to the week
Pick
off.
Them apart. They're
rest
the best
up.
team they've had in years.
Rest up.
I mean, what in the world?
22-year-old kids. Oh, jeez.
One of the strange phenomenons in sports can happen this week as well.
Uh-huh.
And we see this all the time. It happens in football. Anytime you play a team twice in a year, it's always amazing how you can play a basketball team, Tennessee, and so thoroughly outclass them like they were Tennessee Tech and beat them 73-43. How you can't just go out, roll the ball out, and beat them this Saturday would seem to not make sense. If you remember the Tennessee game, though, you remember this part. Those jokers were like 3 for 40 from 3.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, but they just couldn't shoot at all. That won't happen this Saturday. I'm with you. This looks like a tough spot that an L could pop up, but it's a little dicey stretch. You got Auburn next Saturday, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They got Vandy at home in between, and then they're at Mississippi State, who's very good. And tough to win at the hump.
Well, and to what we've said about the SEC all year is all those games now are, Mississippi State and Vandy have both beaten top 10 teams. The league is top to bottom, unbelievably competent. At least put it that way.
All right, we got to grab a break. Keep it rolling right here on The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Celebrating the Duval worker.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
The home of Jacksonville sports fans. 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? Well, I've been going to Doc T for a long time. But he told me, he said, Dan, I'm going into concierge medicine. I said, what is concierge medicine? Doc said, well, look, you're not feeling well, you need an appointment, come see me. Right? You don't have to make an appointment for 2 weeks later. You got a medical emergency, here's my number 24/7. I'll call right back or get right back to you. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. Doc T, I've stayed with him because he's the best doctor I know. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. And you have questions about this? Go to mypvconcierge.com. That's Concierge Medicine. All your answers at mypvconcierge.com.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, superiorfenceandrail.com.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Get ready for ice-cold action with the Jacksonville Icemen. Experience the thrill of hockey, the excitement of the game, and the local spirit. Full promotional schedule at JacksonvilleIcemen.com. Join the Icemen for a season full of unforgettable moments.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
Dan and Jeff take you down the fairway with the PGA Tour professionals.
Keep an eye on this one.
Crunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation. 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Kick off the new year with a new look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% on their energy-efficient windows and patio doors, designed to keep your home comfortable all year. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Yo, each of the T here from my bookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name. Where the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event. If you're not on my bookie, you're missing out on all the action. Big game betting with my bookie goes beyond picking the winner. We've got all the wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color will the Gatorade be for the drenching of the winning coach? Even the length of the national anthem and the spectacle of the halftime show are up for grabs. My bookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes my bookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get paid. Whether you deposit in crypto or credit, bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on the big game boost parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can turn small bets into big wins. Fast signups, lightning fast payouts. Make sure you sign up using my promo code 1010XL to get that deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Mike Dempsey here. All right, we're almost a month into the new year. How's that resolution to drop your first 20 to 25 pounds going? Didn't happen? Yeah, well, that's probably because you didn't call Awaken 180 weight loss. I did, and in just 4 weeks, I dropped 23 pounds and was at my goal. But here's the crazy part. It didn't stop there. It was so easy. I kept going. Did it another week. Next thing I know, I'm down 27 pounds. That's right, 27. You know what's wild? I can still see my abs again. I'm not ripped. I don't have a six-pack, But I didn't even think I had those anymore before Awaken 180. It's amazing when you see the results. Feel the results. You just want to keep pushing forward. That's what makes Awaken 180 so different. It's not some medication quick fix where the weight comes off and comes back. It's real results that you can see and feel. Fast results and lasting results. Results that make you want to keep going. To reach a goal you never thought possible. Want the same for you? Then do it. Call the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, 844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com today.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO. A concert celebration featuring the music of Electric Light Orchestra. It's February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah!
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. The motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of the cold dark night? When everything's a little better in the light of day. And you know the night is always gonna be there anyway. Take it away. Think you're gonna figure it out, but tight, gonna grab afternoon delight.
Yeah. Ah, Sweet Friday. Welcome back. Oh, my goodness. Too funny. Too funny. Whoop. Welcome back to the show. It's we got no football this weekend, do we?
Oh, man.
You guys got the like Pro Bowl flag and Senior Bowl and stuff like that, but yeah, we got a little withdrawal coming up, man. Got to dive into that college
Time
ball.
to get into those. Time to do some binging, Hick.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Jump into Lioness.
I did. We've done this American Primeval. It's outstanding. Now it's look. These things are grown up shows. They've got violence and untoward stuff. This tells the story of the Old West. I tell you what, I didn't realize. Did you realize how militant and militarized and quote unquote radical Mormonism was in this country? Did you realize what Utah? I didn't. I didn't. Utah was its own deal, bro. Like at war with the U.S., at war with the Indians. Like they had this Mormon militia, so that's what this story is based off of. It's based off of the Mormons basically attacking and killing a bunch of immigrant pioneers and trying to blame the Indians. It's crazy. It's fascinating, but I did not know the history of Mormonism and what I thought the Mormons were like the Amish, just peacefully settled somewhere and did their own thing. But no, man, that was
I enjoyed
militarized group.
I enjoyed my trip to Utah. It was a very nice city.
Sure.
Salt Lake was great, and I had a good time out there last year. So, yeah, I don't know. Boomer Esiason went on the Twitter yesterday and then this morning and said Friday feels like a good day to sign Pete Alonso. So I would be really happy if Boomer was right about that.
Hey, doesn't it sound like he would know something if he was going to do that?
Somebody on Twitter said Boomer's right about half the time.
Okay.
Others have said Boomer's very confident Alonso will be returned to the Mets as soon as today. Boomer doesn't go out his way to make claims like this without having enough info to feel it's worthy to air this out. I like the odds here. Well, we'll see. Says the Mets and the Cubs are involved in trade talks for Dylan Cease. So we'll see if that happens.
The Braves are scouting a farm leaguer in North Dakota today. Maybe he can be the fourth or fifth starter. Just curious, Braves fan, if you're maybe going to sign anybody. We're going to sign a couple of journeyman outfielders.
Yeah.
It's a great start so far. I mean, who's going to pitch is the problem.
Yeah.
And by the way, the bullpen is exactly intact. We didn't add anything there either. I don't know what's going on. I thought we spent all this money and got all these guys cheap so you could have some flexibility. Watching the whole division, the whole league, just add all-stars. Here we sit.
Yeah.
Win our 95 and lose round one to some Johnny-come-lately team having their history year. Man, you win those World Series, it's freaking hard. There's a reason.
Yeah.
She's going to grab 21, hold on to it tight. The way it's gone, I should get another one at about 47 if I'm still around, Hick. That's been the base, though. Got one in 5.
Uh-huh.
And I got another one in 21, so just another 26 years. 1947, we'll be celebrating Upper Deck.
Oh, that doesn't...
You're 86.
I'm due for one then.
Yeah, you're 86. I mean, if you get one this year, it's 40 years, boss. It puts Jags fans' struggles into...
Yeah.
Makes them look minuscule.
Yeah.
Yeah, no bueno.
Shout out to James Cook of Buffalo.
Okay.
Even the GM yesterday is doing a presser. He's still complaining about some of the calls. And I get it, man. But James Cook finally said, bleep that ref bleep. You got to come in there ready to go, ready to play. Don't give a ref nothing to call. That's fair. Appreciate that. At some point, I mean, look, we all think they got screwed. They did. I mean, and by the way, if you go back and look, the spots were terrible the whole game. It was just one of those games.
Across the league, that's happening to a lot of teams.
I know, but if you go back and look on that particular game, the Bills would hit plays for what seemed like 11 yards, and they'd end up being 9 yards.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable how they kept putting the ball back. They did it. I saw it the other day. They did it 4 or 5 times, Jeff. It was crazy. But at some point.
Well, to the point, all of the furor was over Josh Allen, and did he get the first down on that spot? No, really, the problem was the spot 2 plays ago when he got the first down. Well, was it? I can't remember if that one was Kincaid or Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Since it involves catching a football, I would say it was Cook.
Mm-hmm.
And the spot where they should have had a first down 2 plays earlier. And that matters. I've been saying this, though, now for a couple of years. How they just indiscriminately amble to the ball from the sideline. It's just so guesstimated. I mean, in yards and points are so precious. It's amazing. I mean, they've let
You're
it
right
be
about
so.
one thing. They've started paying more attention to the knee. They're always looking for that knee.
And it's too much.
And sometimes they're wrong.
Yeah, they're way wrong. It's not where the knee is either. It's where the ball is when the knee
might be behind you. The ball might be here when the knee hits.
And and that's that's fine on a scoring play because you get to look at it, but you're making coaches have to decide.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I also don't like about it's clear, by the way, that this was mandated of these officials. It's clear they were all told, mark the ball a half yard shorter than you think it is. I mean, I don't think they're not good enough to be looking at the knee. I think what is coming down from the league is take the ball and move it back a half foot from wherever you think it is because that's where the knee's going down. That's not how football was designed either, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
How about when they let him fall to the ground and where the ball is, Not, and then we go back and we break it down to the very frame. Oh, and his knee barely grazes here while the ball's like a foot off the ground falling forward. I mean, and yet we don't get the spot right. So,
right.
This is curious to me.
Okay.
You know who Jonte Porter is?
Yeah, he's the one who got banned from the NBA, and they're doing a further investigation.
Well, and the further investigation is corralling a name that shouldn't be involved in something like this.
Right.
Miami Heat point guard Terry Rozier is under federal investigation.
Guy who's made a lot of money.
Part of a wider government
probe. He's in the middle of a big deal.
Is he?
Part of a wider government probe into I guess it explains why he hadn't been playing much, has he?
I don't think he's been playing lately.
Yeah. The investigation centered around a game between the Hornets and Pelicans just 2 years ago now, March 2023, that included unusual betting activity surrounding prop bets against Rozier's statistics. Authorities believe some of the people involved in the Jonte Porter betting scandal may have had inside information that compelled them to bet against Rozier. In that game nearly 2 years ago, Rozier played only 9 minutes and 34 seconds. He finished with 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Not listed on the injury report before the game, but he didn't play again for the Hornets that year. When he left the game, the Hornets called him doubtful to return with right foot discomfort. He was listed with that injury for the remainder of the season. He's not been charged with a crime or accused of wrongdoing. The NBA. It sounds more like they're monitoring that, but he may not have anything to do with anything.
Right. It's kind of weird.
That's a misleading headline.
Yeah.
They're using his situation. Now, the odds are that maybe somebody on the Hornets knows that he's not going to be playing or that he's hurt more than he is, and then feeds that insider information. But they made that sound like Rozier's throwing games or points.
No, he took a jump shot and it looked like he twisted his ankle and he came off the court. It's weird.
But this shouldn't be publicized. This is another one. Why is this news?
$110 million he's made in his career.
And for good reason. He is in no way linked to this.
And yet he is because of that
Because
article.
they say that he is. Because they're looking at his stats that day, but he didn't play again the rest of the year. Like, it's one thing if you're cruising along getting 31 minutes a game, and then you get 7 minutes, and all your props come in under, and then the next week you're back to 31 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was injured. I think this would be more a case of somebody's got insider information, about that injury, and that he ain't going to play much tonight, and won't play the rest of the year for that matter, because that's what he ended up not doing.
Let's make the turn for home next. You want to?
It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Life is a contact sport. Get in the game with 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case, and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes & Cohen.
Rev up your life with luxury at Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard. Right now, used car prices are 12% lower than their peak in April of 2022, making this the perfect time to drive home in a dream car. Specializing in luxury used vehicles, offering you elegance at prices that are finally coming back down to earth. See special listings in the newspaper every Saturday or online at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Hey gang, Prosser here. If you think you have problems related to the need to sell your home, we have solutions. And by we, I don't mean me. I mean ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. Call them today at 904-414-6200. Look, the problems could fall into a variety of areas. Maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Maybe you need more space with a growing family. Doesn't matter what the problems are. You go to Chad and Sandy. Those problems are fixed. With all the recent talk about interest rates and economic uncertainty, you may be wondering if now is the right time to sell your home. Will you get the price you need? What about repairs or showings? The good news, you don't have to figure it out by yourself. You call my agents, Chad and Sandy Newman. They will deliver. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. The success stories are rolling in from all over town. Find out for yourself. Call Chad and Sandy today. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 31st, 2009, at the Australian Open, sensational tennis player Serena Williams wins her 10th Grand Slam singles title.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I
Yeah, New Year's resolutions. But let's be honest. By February, that gym membership is just a $50 a month guilt trip.
So why not take that cash and finally fix your leaky faucet, unclog that drain, or tune up your AC?
Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning has your back. Start the year fresh. No leaks, no clogs, no excuses.
It's a resolution you'll actually keep.
Call Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
Some people say the best thing about the big game is the story.
It's what you dream of.
Stories about the stars.
I remember being in the backyard.
Stories only they can tell.
That's what I wanted to do.
Big game coverage on 1010XL is viewed through Window World of Northeast Florida. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
I think we need to cool down a little bit from one of the personalities at ESPN. I wonder how he's being received. What do you guys think of Cam Newton on TV? Have you seen him?
He's flamboyant.
He's flamboyant.
Yeah. I have not heard him. I've seen him a bunch.
He says a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, he did a lot of wild takes.
So, like, in terms of clickbait, in terms of interest, he's good at it. Like, for example, yesterday, one of his big thing is I would have rather been the MVP than win a Super Bowl, which, is fine.
Said the quiet part out loud?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's a quiet part. I'd rather win a Super Bowl. I mean, if
he's
you win
got more company in his side.
If you win a Super Bowl, the MVPs will follow. I
don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Would you rather be Cam Newton or Matthew Stafford?
Cam Newton.
Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford made more money.
They remember. Yeah, well, Cam also won a Heisman. So, but you're just talking about his NFL career. I still would. I don't. One went to a Super Bowl and won an MVP. I think that you would be surprised how many players would prefer the MVP to the Super Bowl. You want both for sure, but
if you put the Eagles or Jalen Hurts in the AFC, would they've gotten to the Super Bowl as many times? Well, that's a fair question.
Well,
but Hurts
twice.
But Hurts is 14-1 against the AFC over the last 3 years.
I'm not buying any part of that at all. The NFC's now a cakewalk. There's been good teams in the NFC. Now, it's the question: are you going to be able to beat Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City, and sometimes Cincinnati every year?
No,
probably. I don't know. No, they wouldn't be going to the Super. You know what they would be doing? They would be doing what the Bills and Ravens are doing. They'd be having great years and losing to the Chiefs in the playoffs. That's what they would be doing.
I would suggest it's just a matter of time until Cam says something really outrageous.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. But anyway.
I will cool down on this. And I don't have any dog in this fight. And I'm not calling this out to be chauvinistic or sexist. It's just being like common sense here.
Mm-hmm.
I get up in the morning to watch SportsCenter, Hick, and I catch up on the day's previous activities. The idea of any news program is to right off the bat give you the most important thing that's happened in the world.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, a lot of times if you're just tuning in, if you see the most important thing that's happened in the world isn't very important, you'll move along. That's why we call it the lead. That's why in broadcast journalism or in a newspaper, you want to come out hot. Hot.
We come out hot every day.
Let me tell you what SportsCenter, the #1 national sportscast to catch us up on our country's sporting endeavors. Let me tell you what the lead was on SportsCenter LA this morning.
Okay.
LSU Oklahoma women's basketball. I mean, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you have to take until the sheep just takes off the clothing, man?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't do what is supposed to be a news program and lead with LSU Oklahoma women's basketball. And no part of your audience is that their biggest question when they get up. Not a single person.
Oh, boy.
It's amazing. I don't understand what we're doing anymore.
Best thing I saw on Twitter yesterday was this little girl. I mean, little girl. And she sang, and they videotaped her. She's 3 years old. But you bring a clip. You got a clip of her?
I love you. Yippee. Mommy, put it down.
Little 3-year-old girl right here. You just heard her talk, so.
Feel like her mom played the piano.
Probably, yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be.
Take it, girl.
And in my hour darkness, she's standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be.
That's pretty good, isn't it? For 3?
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
All right. Not bad, huh? Not bad at all. Thank you very much.
I can just say, as the grandfather of a almost 6-month-old, 25-month-old, 2 years and 1 month.
Okay.
What's most impressive there is the enunciation.
Yes.
For a 3-year-old, and I don't know exactly how old she is, and I guess I could be a year away. We're already getting talky a little bit, but the presence there. You're going to have a little pageant girl here. Is what we're going to have.
Yeah.
You're
She's a star.
That's what
toddlers
he
and
said.
tiaras. That's
Future
what we're going to
star.
see her on.
Yeah, yeah. America's Got Talent back or what? American Idol?
Yeah.
Hey, did you see what the boys in Washington did to Bronny last night?
Man, Bronny got off too, though.
What, because he was 1 for 6?
Did Bronny play again last night?
Yeah.
And one
well, they
layup.
blew out Washington.
Well, they put him in a better situation. Now, did the coach have to come in and give a detailed scouting report on his feelings after this one, or he just let him play like a regular man in the NBA?
Bronny had a play. He got to the. No,
he didn't.
He got to the line.
He didn't have a play.
He did.
He went 1 for 6. That's not going to improve that. What was it? 12% shooting. What? He had 3%.
It was like 6%.
6% is 1 for 6. About 6%.
Got to the charity
Probably not
stripe.
better.
You know
Much
what
better.
the boys in Washington started chanting? MVP. MVP. Come on. Come on, man. It's
the funniest text I got today, I like this one. I'm just now seeing it. But we were talking earlier about how they must measure the speed of the football thrown.
Yeah.
You don't watch The Office. A zillion people in the audience do. But a guy sent like a perfect representation of that one time on The Office, and you won't understand, but Michael Scott is the leader of The Office and the character, and they're all outside because they're in a work zone and they've got a speedometer up that tells you your speed. You know how when you're driving and they're doing any kind of instruction, watch your speed, and it flashes what your speed is. And so the staff is out there running to see what they can post, and to be 8 miles an hour, or 10 miles an hour, and then Michael Scott goes to run it while a car happens to be going by, and then spends the rest of the show claiming that his 31 miles per hour was accurate. So it's perfectly in line with that.
very good. Very good. So, we shall see how it goes going forward. But some good stuff all the way around. And again, big weekend of college hoops coming up, right? Pro Bowl festivities.
Is there? I mean, there is still a flag football game. No, I think there is. They still play flag football.
Yeah, Tony says yes. So
But
get us out of here.
All the other stuff started last night. Fun.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Morning, Tone.
Good morning.
Jaguars today, Friday. What's cooking today?
Yeah, I forget if the flag football game is Saturday or Sunday, but I know it's this weekend.
It's this weekend, okay.
Yeah, they did all the skill stuff.
Was that all last night, or do they have more tonight? Or no, is tonight
they got
off?
I didn't watch any of it this year.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I know previously they would have like the competition for the best catch, and that would be something they'd be recording off site.
Okay.
So they would reveal those kind of things during the flag football game, whatever. It's the new wave Pro Bowl. So enjoy it or don't enjoy it as much as you do or don't want to. We got a bunch coming up on the show today. We'll be catching up with Doug Russell up there in Milwaukee. He's going to let us get the inside bait, on what's going on with the new defensive coordinator here in Jacksonville. He seems to think it's a great hire. So we'll do that a little bit later on in the show today. Our question of the day today, asking about the two guys that we've heard at least whispers about they could be moving in this offseason, and Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram.
Right.
And we're just asking today, do you think one or the other of them will be moved? Do you think both will be back in Jacksonville, or neither will wind up back here in Jacksonville? So we'll discuss that on the show today and catch back up with Tommy Mack, who wasn't able to be in last week with
Mack
us,
is
but
back.
He's back today.
Oh,
yes, sir.
boy. All right. Well, that'll be fun. Good show coming up. Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. The weekend has arrived for us. And have a good weekend.
It's been a GFL Friday. We'll see you on Monday.
Your home for Florida Gators basketball is 1010XL.
The Gators bring their 3-game win streak to Rocky Top. 5th-ranked Florida and number 8 Tennessee. Saturday at noon on 1010 a.m.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Yo, E.T. here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. And here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sun sets, too. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites. Come on, somebody.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
It's a winter wonderland of big wins at Best Bet Jacksonville with our Winter Open Poker Tournament taking place now through February 2nd. Don't miss the action. Join us for your share of the ice-cold cash. With 8 series events and $500,000 in guarantees, the action is on, with satellites taking place daily into the championship main event. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details, and we'll see you at the Winter Open. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over